from the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I think Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast powered by Air Transat.
Game of Thrones last night. Spoiler alert, by the way, in case it matters to you. Before we get into this, I've been saying for years that as a massive fan of Game of Thrones, I love the show, but if an episode finished and you said, hey, what happened? I'd be like, I have no idea. Because it was just so complicated and the names were so confusing and the places were so confusing that I never understood it. I loved it, but I never understood it. This season, far easier to follow because everybody's just in one place now. So it's all the confusing stuff now suddenly all makes sense after like 10 years or however long it's been. But it's still, if you watch it, confusing. And I have always said that if you had never seen an episode of Game of Thrones, your recap would be just as sensible as what mine would be. And so Dammit Maury, who has never seen Game of Thrones before, up until...
This is the third one, so...
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Has been doing recaps of Game of Thrones. Did you enjoy last night's or no?
No. And my husband poked his head out from the office at one point and was like, turn that down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Maury hates it. It's like torture.
It is like torture. And last night's episode was 80 minutes, by the way.
Oh, no.
With just moaning and groaning.
Yeah, it was 80 minutes. So I don't know if you're even capable of spoiling anything, but we should say spoiler alert. So, Maury, do you have your recap?
Yeah.
Because it was a big one last night. This is what all these years have led up to.
Apparently.
Okay.
Go.
No. Okay, go ahead, more.
Okay. It's still nighttime and we're back outside. A lot of people are standing guard, some in armor and some not, waiting for something to happen. No one is speaking, but everyone is shivering like it's cold out. They've been looking out into the darkness for what feels like forever. One lady shows up on a horse and asks if he speaks from their tongue. He says something like, he look a shafty. And everyone pulls out their knives. Oh my God! Suddenly he says a random phrase and the guy's knife lights up in flames and everyone smiles and suddenly everyone's knives turn into torches. And off they go. Hundreds of people on horses and torches rushing off into the distance, but we see Jon Snow and the Blonde Queen looking down on them from atop of a hill. Someone yells, cease fire! We hear yelling in the distance, reminiscent to a late night party in a lake, but this is on horses. Jon Snow says to the blonde one, the Night King is coming, and she says, the dead are already here. Oh my God! Out of nowhere, something is attacking the people on horses. So many deaths and dying and stabbing and carnage. The Blonde Queen escapes on a dragon. The dragon is shooting fire on all the people fighting, I guess to kill the dead. People are still chopping off heads and arms and bodies flying all over the place with splashes of blood each time. Someone that looks familiar, the young guy with a baby face is dead. That might be important. A woman holds onto a log and says over and over, Lego me sauce.
Lego me sauce.
Her words turn the moat into a sea of firewater. She looks shocked that it worked, but it stopped the fighting. More people show up with bows and arrows and start shooting those, and so the fighting is back on. Dead people are climbing the walls, but get their heads chopped off before they reach the top. A young girl comes out of nowhere with long sticks and uses them like nunchucks and stabs people left, right, and center and saves the day. Where was she before? But suddenly a beastly tall ogre man knocks her down to the side, throws her around. The beast man lifts her up. You think he's going to eat her, but she jabs something into his one eye. There are so many zombie people attacking the living. So many. What the hell just happened? A dragon swoops down and sprays blue goop all over the place and puts out the fires. We find out that the dragon is being ridden by some sort of man creature. No hair, just skin spikes on his head and lizard features. Jon Snow and the Blonde Queen are ready to fight this thing. As Jon running towards him, the lizard man brings all the dead bodies back to life. It looks like everyone is not dead anymore, but they are all have blue eyes now. That must mean something. But then a dragon sprays fire and kills them all again. Oh, well, the lizard man walks over to a boy in the wheelchair and is about to kill him. But the young, strong girl runs up and stabs him. The lizard man dies, but bursts into water. And all the dead he brought back are re-dead. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. Also the boy in the wheelchair.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It's International Dance Day, and they say that 17% of us admit that we're terrible dancers.
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that you're a terrible dancer?
Is there a difference between being a terrible dancer and just not knowing really how to dance?
No, because if you don't know and you try, I would say it's awkward more than just being a terrible dancer.
I love to dance, but I'm just not good at it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's interesting to me that with dancing and singing, you know,
I will say this.
Somebody dancing who's not great is sort of endearing. You know, like when you're at a wedding and you see somebody dancing who's terrible, we all kind of, like, it sort of warms your heart a little bit, right?
Because they're just giving it and they're having a good time.
You know, dance like nobody's watching. You know, there's a reason that saying exists. But nobody ever says sing like nobody's listening. You know, you can be a bad dancer. It's okay.
It's more forgiving
than being a bad singer.
Right.
You could be at a public event and be a terrible dancer and people are like, oh my God, bless his heart. But you can't be at a public event and be a terrible singer and start singing.
Yeah.
People start plugging their ears.
Yeah. Tell them to shut up.
We are far more judgmental of regular people who can't sing than we are of regular people who can't dance.
Because people who can't dance, there's no sound to it. So it's not like annoying. It's not obnoxious.
Is it though?
I agree. And you
Really?
know, you could dance poorly at a concert. You can dance poorly at a wedding. You really can't dance poorly at a nightclub because that's why
you can.
you go to dance.
But it's tolerated though. It's tolerated. Like it's okay. Somebody will always sort of look and be like, oh God, look at that guy just giving it. Just giving it. Like,
listen, back in the day, I used to see people on Electric Circus.
They were terrible.
Like at least one in the group. You can always tell.
Well, because they hired professional dancers for
But you can't be a terrible singer though. It's not acceptable.
No, you can.
No,
because
but not in that context. Like people aren't going to back you as a terrible singer.
Yeah,
people aren't going to be like,
they won't rush to your defense.
No,
as they would somebody who dances terribly.
If you're a terrible dancer and you're at a public place like a wedding or a private function or whatever it is. If you're there, your friends will drag you onto the dance floor so you can unleash your horrific moves.
All the time.
And you're like, no, I can't. I don't want to. And they're like, come on, it's fun. You'll be fine.
If you're an awful singer, nobody's throwing a microphone in your hand.
I once stormed out of a wedding because I didn't want to dance.
thing.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. No one's saying, come on, take the
man,
microphone. Just do it. We're all waiting. It'll be fine.
It's fine. Nobody ever says that, right? Like you protect the terrible singer, but you encourage the terrible dancer.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, and I don't know why.
Have you ever been dipped?
I don't know why.
I've never been dipped.
If I ever been dipped? Nah.
I've never been dipped.
Because I'm so big. Nobody can dip me.
Yeah.
Right?
Mocha, would you dip me?
No.
Do you know how to dip? Have you ever dipped somebody?
Come on, dip me.
I think I have.
You think you have? You're not 100% sure if you dipped somebody?
No, I've never dipped.
You've never dipped somebody?
Say not it.
What?
Say not it.
No, I'm not dipping
still not
anybody
dipping.
right now.
Come on, man.
No,
It's
it's a no-dip
International
zone.
Dance Day.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hold on here. There's something I wanted to ask you about. Give me 2 seconds. I think it was about napping. No, hold on here. Just give me a sec. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So we've many times on this show, we've gone through the differences between napping and sleeping, the rules between napping and sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I have had this discussion in my house with Catherine over the years where I will have a nap, and me having a nap is me on the couch.
Agreed.
Catherine is always like, why don't you just go to bed, to the bedroom?
That's a sleep.
That's a sleep. That's not a nap. And even if you are in a bedroom, nap on top of the covers, sleep under the covers.
I nap under the covers. I thought napping was the duration of time.
No, napping is, you are not napping, you are sleeping.
But I'm only napping for an hour.
Nope, that's sleeping. There's a difference. A nap is its own thing.
So because I get into my pajamas under the covers, that's sleep.
You're going to sleep,
you go to bed at that point.
But I'm only sleeping for an hour.
No, but that's not a nap.
Well,
no.
Lying to myself.
Yes, no, you are sleeping. Where?
Like the whole preparation of getting into bed is what you're doing during the day. Where you take off your day clothes and you get in your pajamas.
Yes.
Brush my teeth and everything. Okay.
So if anybody has a different definition or rules for the difference between napping and sleeping, please let us know. But like when I nap, I do the same thing, which is I go on the couch and I lie on my back. And I take 3 couch cushions and I lay them down across my body. Okay. And then I take my arms and I tuck them underneath the first one and put my hands on my chest like I'm a Dracula.
You're in a coffin. Yeah.
But what is the purpose of the pillows?
Or just to keep me warm.
Well, you just use a blanket.
Because I prefer the pillows.
But then you're only keeping like your chest, your midsection, and like your thighs warm.
Yes. And then, correct. And
but then your shins and feet are cold, and your arms, like your elbows.
No, because what winds up happening is, so I cross my hands and I put them on my chest, like I'm a Dracula, right? And then what I do is I will wake up and my arms will be sore and asleep from being bent this way. Yeah. Then I go to position 2, which is lying on my back, 3 pillows down my body.
Yeah.
And then I take my arms and I put them straight, and I take my hands and I hold my butt cheeks, my own butt cheeks. So I lift up my butt. And then I take my hands and I put them underneath me while I'm lying down. And I hold my own butt cheeks. So my forearms are then underneath my body and my hands are warmed by my butt cheeks. Oh, that's how I nap.
You know what? You should probably just sleep. I think all that.
No, try it. No.
But hold on. But
that's
you're not.
a lot of work.
Go on the couch right there. Go on the couch. Lie on the couch. Yeah. Right. Okay. Lie on the couch, and so just like that. So Maury right now is doing Dracula. Right. So imagine if you had 3 gorgeous cushions all down your body, and then you're gonna wake up and your arms are tired, and then take your arms and put them by your sides. Put your hands under your butt cheeks. No, right under your butt cheeks. Lift your butt up, like palms up.
Yeah.
Now put your bum down. Put your bum down. No, put your hands, cup your own butt cheeks. No, Maury, you're not doing it right. Maury, straight arms and cup your own butt cheeks.
But my butt is higher than yours.
No, put your hands all the way under your butt cheek. There you go, like that. Now lie down. That's how I nap. Like a rocket.
Yeah, bro. I think you should just sleep during the day.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, it's Roz Mocha.
You know what? I've tried to get through so many times in the mornings. I have a really long drive to work, and this is the first time.
Well, congratulations. Happy to have you.
What's your name?
My name is Casey.
Casey. How old are you, Casey?
Actually, I just turned 32 yesterday.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much.
Nice. So what's going on? What can we do for you today?
So I'm calling because the way that Roz just explained how he naps, I do the exact same thing.
Get out of here. Hold on. With the pillows across your body, and then with your arms crossed like Dracula, like you're in a coffin, and then midway through the nap, you take your hands and you straighten out your arms and put your hands and cup your own butt cheeks?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know about the cupping of the butt cheeks, but I definitely put them to my side and then try and tuck them under the back of my body because to keep it warm, right?
Yeah, keep it warm. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
So
OMG.
But I love the feeling of having 3 pillows. The 3 pillows is really the magic part because it adds it adds a little bit of weight and it does keep you warm.
But your sides, like you're not warming your muffin tops.
That's where my arms are, right? Then my arms go straight.
It's like a extra comfy blanket pillow thing. I don't know.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
But what do you do? Do you have a pillow under your head?
Like a cushion, another cushion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it depends on it. I mean, if you have the wealth of cushions, then sure, maybe.
And sometimes I don't. Like if it's a difference between putting a pillow on my thighs or a pillow behind my head, I'll put one on my thighs.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you film
100%. No.
Okay, that's
what,
weird.
To live stream my nap?
Yes, please.
No. Weirdo.
Thanks, Casey.
Okay, you guys are great. Have a good day.
You too. Hi, it's Roz Mocha. What do you want to say?
I kind of, to a certain extent,
agree with Maury, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm the type of person who can pass out on the couch just like you, Roz, but I can also not get up. Like, I will sleep for like a good 4 or 5 plus hours. So to me, that's no longer a nap because I've been like sleeping on the couch for so long. I just consider it a sleep.
No, that's just a real long nap.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I say anything more than 2 hours on the couch, I think that's when you're crossing into sleep territory.
No, still a nap, just
Really?
a long nap.
So if you do 6 hours on the couch,
Yep.
that's still considered
That
a nap?
is like the greatest nap ever.
But if you do 1 hour in the bed, that's still a sleep.
Like under the covers, in the bedroom, under your blankets with the lights off, that's sleeping. Yeah. You're going to, listen, you can nap, if you're on the couch for 5 hours, that is a long nap. If you go to the bed and put pajamas on, turn the lights off and get under the blankets and sleep for an hour, that is a short sleep.
Wow.
That's the difference.
What if you're on top of the bed, like on top of the comforter, clothes on? Is that a nap?
That's a nap.
So hold on. So when I fall asleep in front of a movie and Matthew leaves me there and 8 hours later I wake up on the couch, I've napped?
Is it the nighttime?
Yes.
No, then that's just bedtime at that point. Yeah, you just...
Too many rules.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, stop it.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks, bye.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
Hey, I'm going through the story on where people cry the most.
Where?
Yeah. And there's some, so they ask people, like, if you're out, not at home, but like if you're out, where are you most likely to cry? Whether it's somewhere that is designed to sort of get at your emotions, or that's where the frustration comes out, or you're triggered in some way. What's that?
They don't mean funerals. Like they mean...
No.
Oh, I was going to say funerals for sure.
No.
But outside of the obvious.
Like, in life, if you're going to cry.
Like an art gallery.
So here, at number five is a grocery store.
Why are you crying in a grocery store?
I don't know. See, here, and then I thought about that for a second, because I know that the grocery store sounds a little bit odd, right?
Yeah.
But grocery store is like the only place I will go where I'm alone, and I'm alone with my thoughts. Where
you get all up in your feelings?
Where then all of a sudden they start playing Fix You by Coldplay over a sound system that you can't get away from.
True.
Oh, so it's not like you're crying over the memory of a watermelon.
No, I'm just saying I get triggered in Metro, right? Because they're always pumping Coldplay after I have a bad day.
Yeah.
And then I might well up a little buying cheese. Walking down the street is at number 4 of the places you will cry. Yeah.
I've cried walking down the street.
There you go. At work.
Oh, yeah, I work with you.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Damn. Therapy session all of a sudden.
I know. Take that to group, Maury. Don't bring that in here. At number 2 is at a family event. So I guess maybe that could be something.
Yeah.
A wedding.
Oh, there's
or whatever.
so many family events that can cause crying.
Number 1 on the list with 53%.
Okay,
so
wait.
number 1 on the list
we got
by a long shot.
We got family. We got on the street.
Yeah.
We got at work, and we got at the grocery store.
Correct.
Where else? Oh! Yeah. Can I guess?
Yes.
Is it in the car?
Yes.
Oh, I was
Number
going to say
1.
the park.
Look at that beautiful squirrel. Just eating all that garbage.
There's so much beauty.
But you know what? Like, if you're going to go with Roz's theory about a song coming over the sound system at a grocery store, then you could say listening to Kiss in the car and song plays that makes you cry.
Yeah, I would say it's more of that is your sort of private space where you can work through some things that maybe you need to work through.
Yeah.
Where you did have a bad day at work and you did not cry at work, so you just sort of let it all out in the car.
Don't look at me.
What do you mean? I'm talking to you. What would you like me to do? Okay, I'll put my hand up like this.
Again, Maury, take it to group, bro.
Yes.
Like, damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
If you are not yet a member of the Air Transat Kids Club, we cannot recommend this more. And it's free for kids ages 2 to 11. There are so many advantages that come with being a member of Kids Club.
And I think that you have to really sort of break this down here because when you say Kids Club, it might be confusing for some people. It's not an actual thing like at the airport. There's a place called Kids Club, and then you can bring your kid in there, or at like the destination you're going to. Kids Club is it's a part of Transat, and what it is when you sign your kid up for Kids Club, you then get access to all these family perks that make traveling with kids so much easier.
Yeah, for example, free seat selection on your round trip flight, dedicated check-in counter for members and their families for way speedier service, pre-boarding for members and their families. This includes economy class as well.
Yeah, so it's pre-boarding in economy, and because that's the way you really want it when you are traveling with the kids, because we all know sometimes traveling with kids, although you love them, it's a nightmare.
Priority baggage handling. This one's big. Stroller gate delivery service, right? Plus, get entered to win an exciting family vacation. Visit airtransat.com/kidsclub to learn more.
There you go. Okay, let's take a phone call.
Hello, Roz Mocha.
Hi, guys. I know that you probably hear this often, and I actually do call in often.
All right.
But I wake up, like, extra early in order to catch your show as soon as it starts at 6.
Wow.
And then I do the news at 6:40 and then again at 8:40.
Wow.
Yeah? Wow.
I just got out of the hospital for some, like, pretty serious reasons, and I would listen to the podcast. I remember when it came out. I was like screaming in the shower because you guys announced that it was coming out, and that's all I ever dreamed of.
Aw.
So
What's your name?
In the morning before my name's Madison.
Madison. If you don't mind us asking, what were you in the hospital for?
I actually went into cardiac arrest.
Wow.
Cardiac arrest?
Yeah.
From what? From what?
Oh yeah. Just like, and I was in there for like 3.5 weeks. But I would, before like my blood was taken in the morning, I would pop in my headphones and I would listen until. At a roommate, I would listen to the podcast until you guys started.
How old are you, Madison?
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 23.
Why'd you go into cardiac arrest at 23?
You tell me. No, I'm kidding.
No, you know.
It was just like a lot of drinking and not eating properly, and my potassium was low and all those levels and stuff like that.
Any drugs?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
And when did you get out of the hospital?
I actually got out yesterday night, and I went straight to Walmart and got like food and stuff like that.
Jeez.
But like I listen religiously. Like you changed my morning like every single morning, and I listen to you the whole time.
Wow, you are phenomenal. And are you good? The doctors are like, you're good now, or are you?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm walking with a cane, and I know that we have crews. Like you guys have crews now, but my feet are what I imagine being pregnant for like 3 weeks. And like they're bigger than my pillows.
Yeah.
So I have to walk with a cane now.
All that IV, huh?
Yeah. And I don't even get to wear my new kicks, which I know that we can appreciate. Mocha.
Hell yeah.
Wow, Madison.
We're happy that you're okay. We're happy that we make you happy. We appreciate that. And we most definitely appreciate your dedication to the Roz Mocha Show. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Honestly, changes my morning, and it kills me when every time I call, Maury still tries to use one of his fake accents or whatever.
Oh.
So
Maury fakes an accent anytime people call up. So, because he doesn't want to make it seem like,
he answers the phones.
Answering the phones is like...
It's beneath him.
Yeah, I think
All right. Well, Madison, thanks for calling. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, I knew it. Okay, I gotta say now, I like Roz because he's like me, like very straightforward. Mm-hmm. But I love you because you're a family guy.
What? I'm not a fan. I had a family first.
I know that. I follow Catherine, and I think Roxy's the cutest thing ever. But for some reason, Cruz, hits close to home.
Oh, my son, Cruz.
Wow. Oh, okay. Sorry, you picked Mocha because you think his kid is cuter than my kid?
I didn't say cuter than your kid.
Oh, my God. Better then? You think his kid is better than my kid?
Is that going to be the next step? The next evolution of who's your favorite?
Oh, my God.
Is that the next? Who do you... It's going to be between Cruz and Roxy. Who's your favorite?
Yeah.
Listen, Madison. Listen, Madison, I'm about 2 hours away from going into cardiac arrest because of drinking after this phone call. You just sent me over the edge, girl.
Thank you so much, Madison. We love you.
Bye, hon.
All right, love you guys. Thank you so much.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tommy Hilfiger doing in town yesterday.
So what they do is there's something called the annual Audi Innovation Series, where this is I guess the third time they've done it, where Audi brings in big shot design, smart people, creative individuals, and then they sit and they have discussions around creativity, design, everything else. Because Tommy Hilfiger, fashion legend, icon, and has sort of changed the face of a lot of things in his day. Damn it, Maury, on the other hand, not the most fashionable person.
No.
However,
Can I talk about the sweater, or do you want me to hold on to that? Yeah. So
talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. So Maury was gifted by somebody, some relative, a Tommy Hilfiger sweater, but Maury and Matthew both thought it was ugly as hell.
Oh, what? Really?
Right? And it was in the giveaway pile. And then so Maury's like, oh my God, I'm talking to Tommy Hilfiger. I should totally wear that sweater.
Yeah.
So he wore the sweater that they hate. And then Tommy Hilfiger, of course, was like, oh my God, you look so good.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Are you still giving it away?
Now it's Maury's favorite sweater.
No, they're still giving it away.
Let me see a picture. I want to see this terrible sweater. I will say, I'll never forget my very first Tommy Hilfiger t-shirt.
Never owned one.
I had to save, I think, like 2 or 3 paychecks.
Really? Was it like a polo? Like what did it?
No,
or was
it was a t-shirt.
Oh, a t-shirt
with just his logo on the front, and it said Tommy Hilfiger.
Really?
And I'll never forget. I was working at the Bay at Scarborough Town Center, and oh God, that is a hideous sweater. Wow, Maury.
Thanks, Maury.
I'll never forget. I wanted this t-shirt so bad, and I saved like 3 of my Bay paychecks.
Wow.
And I finally bought it. And the day that I bought it, I drove to my friend Carlo's house.
Yeah.
Before going home after work.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, look at this. I finally got me a Tommy shirt.
Yeah. You were so proud. How much was it? Do you remember? Like, what did you, and then how old were you then? Like, how old were you?
Oh, God, like 17.
Okay, so what's expensive for a 17-year-old? I don't even know back then. Like, what's expensive for a 17-year-old?
I think it was like $75.
$75 for a t-shirt. That's a lot of. My dad would never. I would have to hide that in the basement.
Yeah, and that
if I
wasn't even on
$75 on a t-shirt.
Anyway, so
jeez.
Dan and Maury getting awkward with Tommy Hilfiger.
Tommy Hilfiger, how are you, babe?
I'm great. Fantastic.
How would you feel if you knew that your name was on my undies?
I would not be surprised.
You're the only...
Mine also.
You're the
name is on my undies.
You're the only other man allowed down my pants.
Okay. I don't know.
Husband's the other one.
I don't have an answer for that one.
Right. And if things couldn't get any more weird.
We have our pockets on our jeans. What is the little pocket within the big pocket for?
That's a coin pocket. That was invented by Levi Strauss. Oh. I wish I had invented it, but I was not around then. It's a coin pocket. Don't you carry coins?
No. Everything's card now.
Everything's card. I know. It's crazy, but those coin pockets are cool.
So many things to talk to Tommy Hilfiger about.
That's what that is. That's a coin pocket?
Asking about the little pocket.
Mine's leather.
Of course it is.
Right now.
Always is.
Everything old is new again. Is there something from back in the day that is back in style that you never thought would come back?
Bell bottoms.
Oh.
Yeah. Because when I started in 1969, when I was 18 years old, and I sold bell bottoms, I wore bell bottoms, and now they're back.
I wish I could wear bell bottoms. I have like thick walker's legs, and they don't look good on me.
I think you could get away with it.
Bro, why are you lying to Tommy Hilfiger?
Yeah.
First you're lying about your legs. You're lying about your favorite sweater.
You have cheese popcorn legs. You don't have Walker's legs. The great Tommy Hilfiger.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Brandon. It's Roz Mocha.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, buddy.
Good, man.
How old are you, man?
I'm 27. I'm going to be 28 in May.
Brandon, you wrote us, hey, Roz and Mocha, FML, Fix My Life. I've been in a relationship with this girl for about 2 years now. Lately, in the past few months, she's been really needy and expects me to pay for everything for her, even though she has a great job that pays well. A friend of mine told me that last weekend he saw her flirting with another guy when she told me she was with her friends. I confronted her about this and she never denied it. I thought about breaking up with her, but she always seems to emotionally blackmail me or find a way to convince me to stay. I don't know what to do at this point. Please help me, Brandon.
So, Brandon, you confronted her about allegedly hanging out with some other dude after she told you she was going to be with the girls, right?
Yeah.
And you said she did not deny it. So what did she say she was doing, and who was that other person? Who was that other guy?
I don't even know who the guy was. It's just some random dude that she met when she was out, I think.
I mean, listen, women are allowed to talk to dudes, right? Like, we all know that. Now, flirting and everything, like, it's all subjective. And of course, your friend who saw it, he's going to have your back, so he may look for something that may not have been there, or she may have just been straight up flirting with another dude and lied to you about it. So leave all that there. but you seem to be at a place right now where being in a relationship with this woman doesn't make you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, it was great for the first year or so, but then after, I don't know what happened. Like I don't know what it is. Like her attitude towards me kind of changed. So I wasn't sure. Maybe she was kind of tired of the relationship or something. Like I wasn't really sure.
Do you live together?
No. She has her own place.
Okay. Do you trust her?
I do, but then I was kind of questioning it after a while because I was like, I asked my friends and stuff, and I was kind of going back and forth, contemplating what I should be doing moving forward. But I don't know.
It doesn't sound like right now at this point in the relationship you trust her.
Yeah,
and not just with other guys, but just with everything, with the future together, with your heart, with your emotions. Like the trust goes a lot more than just how she acts around other people, right? Like you have to trust somebody that you're with a lot of your life, and it's tough. And when relationships go this way, it's like heroin, right? So what winds up happening is you have these great moments, okay? And then you go through these long stretches of feeling terrible about yourself, but you know that it can be good. And so you spend all this time, okay, trying to get back to one of those good moments because it makes all the terrible stuff different. It makes all the terrible stuff sort of better, right? And then those moments become few and far between and few and far between and few and far between. And then when you have a good day, your good day isn't actually a good day. It's just a not terrible day, right? And you're not actually enjoying yourself. You're not actually enjoying each other's company. Things have changed, whether it's she wants you to spend on her, whether she wants to go out more, but you don't feel good about yourself in this relationship.
Yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I know you're chasing it. You're chasing you're chasing moments right now, and it's no way to live, man. It's a real tough thing. Does she, when you close your eyes and you think about your future, are you with this woman?
Not really. It's
okay, okay. That's your answer right there. You just figured out what to do.
Yeah, I kind of had the idea of what was going on. Like I want to like end things with her and just kind of move forward.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, I kind of knew this, but I just kind of wanted a second opinion. So, ask my friends. I want to ask you guys.
Well, the answer is right in front of you. You just got to do the Thanos snap and get her out of your life.
Oh, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't sound too heartbroken over this. I think you knew that this is the answer, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I kind of knew that. I just needed that extra push,
All right, Thanos, snap that girl away, man.
Yeah, pretty much send her home packing.
Can you feel Mocha's foot on your ass? Because that's where it is right now.
Oh, I already knew from the way.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right, Brandon, all the best. Much love to you, bro.
All right, man. Thanks so much. I'm a big fan of you guys. I've been listening for the past 10 years.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. So even those days when I was in high school, I laughed at all your jokes and all the cracks you guys do with Maury and the games and stuff. I do absolutely love you guys.
You're the best.
Dude, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, no.
Hands down Mocha, because brown guys got to stick together.
Wow. No,
I respect you, Roz. I respect you, man. You're like that one that cool uncle that I would tell secrets to. So
shut up, dude. You know what? I take back everything I said. You know what my advice is to you right now? I have no advice for you. The only thing I wish for you is that lousy girlfriend of yours knows your PIN number.
Oh, no, that's no.
All right, dude.
Oh, thanks for the advice, cool uncle. No! Take care, Brandon.
All right, take care, guys.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on KISS.
We often talk about on this show full disclosure when it comes to relationships and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, meaning when you're just starting out in a relationship, or even if you're in a relationship that has been going on for years sometimes, how much of your past are you obligated to tell your partner, whether it's a new relationship or a relationship that has been going on for a while? Dr. Ruth is a legend as far as a sex therapist goes. If you remember when you were younger, if you're old enough, Sex with Sue was really big on TV, where you were a kid and you would just watch on Sunday nights this old lady talking about sex. Well, there was two. There was Sex with Sue, and then there was Dr. Ruth. And Dr. Ruth was even older. I think she's like 90 now.
Oh, yeah?
And there's a documentary about her that'll be at Hot Docs, and apparently it's fascinating. But Maury was talking to Dr. Ruth about this exact topic, full disclosure. So let's play this clip of what Dr. Ruth says about full disclosure, and then we'll come back and we'll ask you guys a question.
We do on our show Roz and Mocha's FML, Fix My Life, and the question has come up many times about divulging too much from your past. Do you think that when you start dating somebody new, do you need to talk about your past right away?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Absolutely keep your mouth shut. And you can even use white lies.
Oh, wow.
Now, don't tell somebody I've never had sex if you had sex, because that doesn't fly. However, don't burden that other person with the misery of your past relationships that did not work out.
Honey, it was a misery.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Wow, okay. Dr. Ruth's advice is just keep your mouth shut, right?
Wow.
So here's the question that you can, it's 416-870-8888 or 925-555 is where you can get a hold of us by text. Because we've talked so much about full disclosure. Now, the question is this.
Okay.
If your partner did find out everything, would your relationship end?
No.
Maury says yes.
Defiantly said yes.
Okay, so that's the question. That's the question. If they, because you're not obligated to say anything. We all know if you're grown, your person's going to come with a history. Okay,
Sure.
You're a fool if you think that that's anything other than that. They have a history. People have a little couple city miles on them. But the question is, if your partner did find out, would it destroy your relationship?
But don't you go into a new relationship like you're a blank slate? New me, new book?
Yeah, but you still have a history. You still have a past. And how much should that past affect your current relationship? So if they did find out, would it ruin everything?
Just keep your mouth shut.
Hey, Kiss, it's Roz Mocha. What's going on, Kendall?
This is so funny because I'm just starting a new relationship, and the guy he's asking me those exact questions, and I'm someone, I don't know, I guess my past is kind of questionable, and I know if I don't answer them, he's probably going to think the worst.
Right.
But if I do answer it, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it'll end it. So when you guys started talking about this, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is exactly me.
And some people are obsessive with this, though. Like when they start something new, they want to know everything. It's in some sort of weird sadistic kind of, I don't know what it is, but they want. So what are they asking you?
They're asking me about my past, like, maybe how many guys have you been with, or like how long were your past relationships? And I kind of understand that question because it's interesting to see like if anyone has been in a serious relationship or not.
So what's the real number and what's the number you're telling them?
Do I have to tell you guys?
Okay, what's the number you're telling them?
I haven't told them yet.
What's the number you're going to tell them?
I don't know. That's what I need your help with.
Okay, here, let's rephrase this, okay? The number that you have, when you do tell it to the person, are you going to be like cutting it in half? Are you going to be telling them a quarter? Like...
I think I'd cut it in half.
Cut it in half. Okay. Okay. So you don't think they can handle the full truth?
No, and that's the thing. I have such a guilty conscience. But if I don't tell them, then if I say to them, "Oh, I'm not comfortable telling you," they're obviously going to be like, "Oh, well, obviously it's bad."
But should that matter though? That's my thing. I don't know if that should matter. I don't think.
I know, right?
I don't think it should matter that much. I don't think it should hold that much weight. It's such a weird thing that when you meet somebody, if they're dynamite and you get along, and then all of a sudden you find out some stuff from their past, as far as whether it's a number or whatever it is, to have that affect the way you feel about somebody, I think it's weird, man. I really do.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, and I'm kind of it's just weird, like, for people to, like, dig about that.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to know the answer, don't ask me, you know?
Praise, preach, hallelujah.
Thank you so much, Kendall.
Thank you.
Bye. Hi, Julia.
Hey, well, my fiance snooped into my phone really early into the relationship, and I wasn't doing anything, but he found old messages because we met online, and I mean, we're still engaged and everything, but every time we argue, it still comes up every day. You know, it's like an everyday thing, and it sucks.
Wait, Julia, hold on, wait. What do you mean you're engaged still? You think you don't know if you're getting married or not?
No, we are engaged. We're getting married this year, but it's just something that comes up all the friggin' time.
What did he find?
Just old messages from like different guys, and like I have a really bad memory. It's my own fault, so I like kept a list of like things I had done, and he found like a written list because I just have like such a bad memory because I'm actually a cancer survivor.
Yeah.
So it was
when you say things you had done, like what do you mean things you had done? Like things you had like done?
Yeah, like guys
Okay.
I'd been with, and
sure.
Wait, well, why did you write that stuff down? So you could remember?
Yeah, like I just like it was like one of those things like you forget because when you're on, you guys maybe never done online dating, but it's just like you talk to a lot of people. Not that you do stuff with a lot of people, but you just like you end up kind of losing track of.
You got to spreadsheet that stuff.
Yeah.
That's how you learn how to use Microsoft Excel.
It is. So now is he? What is he so bent out of shape over? Like because you had like the stuff that you were saying about other guys, or?
Oh, he didn't think that I was like that kind of girl, I guess, and also like kind of feels inadequate. I don't know.
Oh.
His own like
Oh man.
That's not good.
That's
not
terrible.
good. It's not
I even feel bad.
Yeah, that's tough. But that's what you get for snooping, man. It really is.
That's what I know.
And you weren't breaking. But you weren't breaking anybody's trust. Like this is all stuff that happened before you guys got together. He just found a little bit of your past, which is exactly what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. I don't think that this stuff, why are people so obsessive over what their partners had done before you guys got together? As long as it's not illegal and nobody got hurt and I don't know, man. It's so wild. So he still throws this at you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
That sucks.
That's nuts.
Hey, thanks so much, Julia.
Hey, thank you guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Pete Davidson went to see Avengers Endgame and apparently bought everybody in the theater McDonald's.
Wait, what?
Pete Davidson, who I guess gets to save a ton of money now because he's living with his mom again. That's not a diss.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at, Maury?
But
why is that funny? Man lives with his mom's. Leave him alone.
Wait, so did he buy McDonald's for everybody after they all watched a movie? Because you can't just like bring food in like that, can you?
So let's have a conversation about privilege right now.
Okay.
And how celebrities can do anything they want.
Okay.
So I guess the story goes that he was over the weekend doing a stand-up gig. Yeah. And he and his friends then went to see Avengers. And it's a 3-hour movie. And so he and his boys stopped at McDonald's first.
Okay.
And they bought $400 worth of McDonald's.
Oh, my God.
Right? And then brought it into the theater.
Listen, ain't no article of clothing has enough pockets to hide $400 worth of McDonald's.
Thank you.
Plus
What's the matter,
drinks.
Maury? What are you doing, Maury? What do you want? That's what I'm saying. So we're talking about privilege right now, right?
So Pete Davidson and his boys roll up to this theater.
Yeah.
They buy their tickets, or I assume they had their tickets already.
Sure.
And the person who checks their tickets was just like, cool, go ahead with your $400 worth of McDonald's.
Yeah. And do you know how much McDonald's you can buy for $400?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of McDonald's.
That's a lot of nuggets.
Because McDonald's is cheaper in places like Baltimore than it is here as well.
So they go into the theater.
And I guess they just start handing it out. Yeah, I guess.
Like, okay, now, did they just start handing it out and people don't know it's Pete Davidson? Or do they walk in and say, hey, I'm Pete Davidson from SNL. I just bought $400 worth of McDonald's. Who wants some?
Yeah, I would assume that you would have to declare who you are
You have to.
rather than you're a weirdo.
Because if some, like,
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know those details.
Weirdo looking dude walked up to me and was like, here's, a 20-pack of McNuggets combo, fries, and a drink.
Oh, please.
Right?
Nobody in that theater's getting a 20-pack. You're getting a cheeseburger and a small fry.
First of all, I'd be very intrigued.
You don't even get the fries in the
Second of
red
all-
carton. You get the fries in the white paper.
Oh, yeah, the extra small.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're not getting red carton fries. You're getting white paper
hold
fries.
on now. Let me see.
And probably no ketchup either.
Okay, hold on. Let me rethink this.
Okay.
So if a stranger if a stranger offered me a combo, which comes with all meat, like medium fries and a medium drink.
Yes.
Would I take it versus if a stranger just came up to me with like a cheeseburger and extra small fries?
Well, see, a cheeseburger and an extra small fries is I would be more suspect of that, because if somebody really wanted to do harm to you, I don't think that they're going to buy a 20-pack of nuggets to do it. That's a big investment. I think that they could just get away with the small white paper fries and a regular cheeseburger.
Sprinkle a little poison on there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. No, don't, man. The poison. No, don't you know what's up? Don't you watch these shows? The poison's always in the napkin.
Oh, true.
Right. It's
After
when
you have that delicious meal and you wipe your mouth.
Exactly. It's never in the burger. It's always sprinkled on the napkin. That's what happens.
416-870-8888. Hi, it's a Roz Mocha show.
Last night, me and my wife went and saw Avengers.
Yeah.
We brought in a $5 hot and ready pizza, crazy bread sticks, 2 bottles of pop, and those 1 pound bags of candy, 2 of them.
Wait a minute. How were you able to get all that food into the movie theater?
Well, I don't know if you guys remember. So I told you guys a while back that my wife is pregnant. She's now 8 months and a week.
Yeah. Congratulations, by the way.
We brought in the diaper bag.
No.
Yeah.
You
I'm not even making it up.
You
Not even making this
pizza?
up.
You put a pizza in the diaper bag?
If you take the pizza and you take one piece and another piece, fold them on top of each other with the good stuff in the middle, like a sandwich, then you can put it in containers. So we fit 4 pieces into a container. So we brought 2 containers in, and then 2 bags of candy and 2 pops.
So this took obviously a lot of planning. You mean to tell me, before you left the house, you grabbed Tupperware, and then you went to Little Caesars, and you got your hot and ready, and when you got to the car, you took the pizzas out of the box and put them in the Tupperware that you brought from home.
We definitely had a game plan going into that.
Wow. Congratulations, man. That's how you do a 3-hour movie with a pregnant wife.
Now,
Congratulations.
I guess I was going to say, wouldn't the theaters, start smelling like pizza? But a lot of these theaters now, the concession stand will have pizza. So it's not uncommon to smell pizza inside the theater, right?
That's true.
Now, with your wife being almost 8 months pregnant,
she was so uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, that bladder for a 3-hour movie.
Did she
get up?
Legs and everything. Yeah, she got up 2 or 3 times.
Did you guys enjoy the movie?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, I'd like to talk to you about it, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it with Mocha there. I don't want to.
Can I tell you? My wife and I were online last night looking at tickets for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
And we can't find any.
You got to go out of town, man.
Why don't you go up to Newmarket or something? You're only in Vaughan. You're not far.
Can't find. Here's the thing, though. We can't find any seats. There are a lot of seats, but we can't find seats that are together. There's a lot of single seats left.
I'm telling you, we bought our tickets on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we booked it for the 5:15 show in Newmarket.
Yeah.
There was only 10 seats that were occupied. The other 200 were still available.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we may have to do a 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that.
Do the morning.
Yeah, with your hours, you can. Why not?
So, Tupperware, pizza, 2 large drinks, plus 2 bags of candy.
Yeah, it was the best.
Diaper bag too.
Exactly.
Got me the diaper bag.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't anyone question why a pregnant lady with no baby was walking around with a big ass diaper bag?
No, nobody questions a pregnant lady about anything.
Yeah, I guess.
No,
I guess.
they get away with so much stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, like a hot and ready.
Yeah. You think you think a 17-year-old boy is going to watch a pregnant lady walk through the diaper bag and be like, wonder what's going on there?
Yeah.
They have no idea what's going on.
Nor do they care.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much for the call today.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the question, once again, is
when it comes to accents, what are the sexiest accents? What would people consider to be the sexiest accents?
Like French.
Yeah, I'd say like French, Italian, Spanish.
Sure.
Portuguese.
So they did a top 10 list here. And French is on the list, but it is far from number one.
When I say French, I mean like Paris.
Yeah. Not Quebecois.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get heat for that. So Maury, who is an expert on accenting.
An accenteur, if you will.
We'll go through some of these, and then you guys can be the judge on which are the sexiest, the actual sexiest accents. So to keep things consistent, we'll have Maury say the same thing in all the different accents.
Now, to be clear, when you say accents, it's saying something in English with that accent, not in their mother tongue.
Right, that would be a language.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so Maury, so if you could just read this in your regular voice, your regular accent,
okay,
and then we will go on to breaking down the different accents on the list that would be considered to be the sexiest accents in the world. Okay, so Maury, your regular accent.
Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
What?
Sexy, Maury, it's sexy. It's a sexy.
Hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
I don't like it. I don't like it. One more time in your regular accent, more.
Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Okay, now, starting, let's start at the bottom of the list. Brazilian.
Oh, well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Okay.
Hold on. Why did you add a rolling R to the word man?
Because they roll.
Yeah, it's basically the Portuguese accent, right?
Brazilian Portuguese, yes. Same
yes. Okay, cool. Next on the list is the Southern U.S.
Oh God.
Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
In a man?
Well, hello there.
It's supposed to be sexy more. It's the sexiest accent.
I'm trying. They're not sexy.
Wow.
Okay. Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Okay.
Yo, why you twisting up your mouth like that?
That's what Texans do.
Okay. Spanish is next on the list.
Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
That kind of sounds like Southern as well.
That's Spanish?
Yeah. Let me try again. Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Spanish?
Yeah.
Like,
do you know what Spanish sounds like?
Yeah. Sea consuer. Sea consuer.
What does that mean?
Por favor, okay? Por favor. Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
French is next.
Oh. Bonjour. Can I interest you in a man?
Okay. So now you're Morgan Freeman? Now you're Morgan Freeman walking around Paris.
Okay, do a French accent, Maury, for me 1 second.
Oh, baguette. Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Okay. Scottish is next.
Oh, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
All of your accents sound like down south.
Yeah.
Everything's below us.
I don't know what's happened to you today.
Yeah.
Australian is next on the list.
Oh, didgeridoo. Hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
See, that's French to me.
Also like a French Texan. Do it again. Do Australian again.
Didgeridoo. Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Okay, Italian.
Buonasera. Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Irish.
Hold on. I don't know. How is it Morgan Freeman's going to Italy and Texas and France and Spain?
I want out of this closet. Okay, let's just go through. Irish is next.
Okay. Ooh, well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
South African.
Nope.
Why not?
Isn't that racist? Okay.
Okay. You understood you did accents for everywhere else, right?
Okay, South African. Trevor Noah is South African, by the way. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, can I interest you in a man?
Okay.
Man.
Okay, I would say what you did just now is highly racist.
We're going through accents.
No, that's not.
South African and Jamaican?
Yeah, he just doesn't know the difference. It's
Completely
ignorant. I don't know if it's racist.
Yeah,
They're kind of the same thing, though. And then finally, number one on the list of the sexiest accents in the world. Damn it, Maury, please, the New Zealand accent.
Maury,
hold on. You know where New Zealand is?
Is it somewhere near Zealand?
No, where is New Zealand? Like roughly, like where is it sort of like located by, adjacent to, sort of?
Oh, okay.
Very
Kiwis are from there, right?
Yes, sure.
Kiwis and hopping with the pouch. Africa.
Yeah, exactly.
Close.
Okay, close enough.
So go ahead.
You might as well just do an African accent.
Okay.
No, New Zealand. Come on.
Well, hello there.
Okay.
Can I interest you in a man?
Happy accent day, everybody.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, it's Roz Mocha.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm okay. I think I might have peed myself, but my 12-year-old is in the car, and every time you called out an accent, he would try to correct Maury and give the accent. And his accents, I had no idea he had such talent. His accents were so spot on that they made Maury's look even worse. But oh my gosh, you need to put Maury on like YouTube
Lithium?
or something. Oh, could possibly, but you need to put him on YouTube today, because borderline, I wouldn't call it racist, but definitely borderline. He crossed the ignorant line today. He's hilarious. I don't even know where, he sounded like the guy from Lucky Charms half the time, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the little leprechaun. Sure.
Yeah. So every time he would give one, then I'd be like, Keegan, give me one. And Keegan would do it, and it was so spot on that I was like laughing so hard at how horrible Maury's were. But
is Keegan there?
He is.
Hello. All right, Keegan. Maury, get in here.
Oh my gosh, here you go.
By the way,
No. He asks me to call you every day, and it's honestly, he drives me really crazy.
Okay,
and today I called without him asking, so he can't sit and chat with you though. But he can do. You talk to them about what we're legit talking about.
First?
No. I said
Hold on.
no.
Keegan. Okay, everyone, be quiet for 1 second. Just be quiet for 1 second. We are gonna ask the question really quick. Okay. So let's go through. What's the line in English again? Damn it, Maury.
Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Okay. So let's do one of the accents.
Okay, let's go with Italian first.
So Maury, Italian.
Oh, buonasera. Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a meal?
All right. Keegan, Italian.
hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Okay, let's do French now.
Bonjour. Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Keegan, go ahead.
Bonjour. Can I interest you in a man?
Oh, see? Oh, man. How old are you, Keegan?
British ones. British or Scottish. You got to pull one of those.
Okay, Scottish.
Scottish. Go ahead, Maury.
Arr. Well, hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Okay. All right, so now you're a pirate.
Yeah. Okay, Keegan.
Hello, can I interest you in a man?
Wow.
How about South
better.
African?
Yeah, he doesn't know this.
Yeah, it's a very South African's very.
He wanted to do Jamaican too, and I was like, he's just as rude. I don't know
how to do it.
Yeah. The British, you can do British, or Wales.
Yeah. Okay, do that. Do an English accent or a British accent, whatever you want to do. Wales. Yeah.
Hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Okay, Australian. Go.
Oh, Australian. Hello there. Can I interest you in a man?
Wow. Well, hey, listen, thank you so much for calling in.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, guys, today off the charts. Oh man.
By the way, I know that you two are always competing about who's the favorite.
Yeah.
I like Maury.
Yeah. Well.
Maury?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay in school, kid, because it doesn't sound like you're going far in life.
Say it.
I have to say it.
Love you guys. That was awesome.
And Mom, what's your name?
Belinda.
Belinda.
Well, Belinda, can I interest you in a man?
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, is this the one, the only Taylor Swift.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. It's the Roz and Mocha Show. You were talking to like every single person in Canada right now. What would you like to say to your Canadian fans?
Oh my God, that's so much pressure. But I just want to say thank you for everything. They've been amazing. And I can't wait to see them again. How are you doing?
You know what? We're on the phone with you finally. We're so happy, and we know how busy your life is. You just wrapped up the Reputation World Tour in November. When did you start working on new music for this new album?
I started working on it pretty much immediately after that, but I did have a lot of ideas that I'd been kind of cultivating while I was on tour. So as soon as I got off tour, I just went right into the studio and pretty much stayed there.
Okay. And how long did that process take from the time? Like, was there any type of downtime after the tour to when you started working on new music?
Not really. I was very ready to make the next thing. I knew exactly what I wanted to make next.
Okay.
Which sometimes that takes a long time. Like for the album before it, Reputation, that took me a very long time to realize what I wanted to make, because after the album before that was 1989, and I felt so kind of stifled by like, okay, what do I do now? But with this album, I just knew exactly what I wanted to make, and so I started making it immediately.
And how does a collaboration like Me come to light where you're working with Brendan Urie? Like, do you reach out to him? Did he reach out to you? Were there talks of you guys working on music together? Are you writing together in the same room? Are you texting back and forth?
Well, yeah, it is very organic like that. Well, basically, like, I was writing the song. I wrote the chorus and the first verse with Joel Little, who wrote and produced the song with me. And we were in the studio, and I was just thinking, I think this needs to be a duet. I think it would be cool if both people in a relationship were saying this about each other and about themselves, just in the nature of, you know, you're worthwhile and irreplaceable, and so am I, and that's why this works, and kind of make it into more of a conversation. And I also wanted it to be very playful. I didn't want it to take itself seriously at all. So I was thinking, who would be like an amazing person to bring in to really elevate this, who's such a good performer, like, and who would want to do this and really want to perform with me on like award shows. Like, you want someone who's going to be a full team player, no pun intended, with the song. But basically, I thought of Brendan, and I was thinking, I wonder if he would want to do this, because obviously he's having such an amazing year, and I figured he's so busy. But then I saw that he had said in an interview that he would love to collaborate with me, and I was like, oh my God, maybe he'll do it. So I reached out to his management, and he was immediately on board, literally came to the studio like a week later and recorded his part, and also helped write the bridge with us, and just really finished the song with his personal touch on it, which was nice.
Oh, so all it takes is a shout out to Taylor Swift. So if I said right now, next time Taylor Swift, that you were in Toronto and we would love to have you live in studio on the Roz and Mocha Show, we could totally make that happen.
Well, that would definitely help, yes.
Okay. In the lead up to the release of Me, you made an appearance at the NFL draft, which had some people, including my co-host Roz, speculate that you might be performing at next year's Super Bowl halftime show. We know that, or may not know, that you are or not working with Coke anymore, which would totally open the door for a deal at the Pepsi halftime show.
I mean, I hadn't even thought about it. But I'm really flattered that you have such big dreams for me.
Hey, listen, the internet detectives are out there. Your fans are the ones that are piecing this together as well.
Yeah, they're so clever. And I mean, with that, I really just thought it was a coincidence that it was in Nashville. Like, the NFL draft was in Nashville, and I'm from Nashville, and that was really, it was the Nashville connection. I wasn't at that point in time, I wasn't like weaving a cryptic tapestry.
Okay.
But I am with most things.
Okay. And other than Brendan Urie, any other features on the new album?
I'm going to definitely let people kind of discover that when the time comes. But you are so curious, and I love it. I love your energy.
Oh, I'm asking the questions that the fans are trying to get answers to as well, including the album title.
Yeah.
Oh, Taylor Swift, come on now.
Yeah, I don't break under interrogation.
Taylor Swift, it was such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much. Again, I know that you're super, super busy right now. Congratulations on the success of Me, especially breaking YouTube and Vivo in 24-hour view records. That is amazing. We cannot wait to see you live in person in Canada, across the entire country in various cities. You know this country has mad love for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we can't wait for the album.
Well, thank you so much. It's awesome talking to you too, and thank you for saying that you can't wait for the album. That's amazing to hear.
Have a wonderful
day.
day.
I'll talk to you guys soon and hopefully see you.
Yeah, for sure. Take care, Taylor.
Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So this is what the grossest food combinations that you found where?
This was actually a post on Twitter.
Okay.
That somebody just said, hey, here is an example of a gross food combination. What else do you have? And then people just started replying to this person.
And we've done a lot of these in the past.
Yeah.
Because these lists pop up every now and then, and they're a ton of fun and just horrific to watch. So in the past, we've done pepper and ice cream, goldfish crackers and milk, like you're eating goldfish crackers like it's a cereal. Pasta with brown sugar.
Oh, that's so gross.
Peanut butter and jelly on jalapeno cheese bread. Doritos and Mountain Dew. Orange slices with beef OXO cubes sprinkled over them.
That one's the grossest. Yeah, that's the grossest. That's the grossest.
Okay, and Maury, what do you have today? Because I know that Mocha, you also don't mind getting in on this and trying these.
I'll
try. So Maury, first up today, what would you like to do?
I gave you the list. You pick.
Okay, so the combos are ketchup and ice cream, mustard and yogurt, or Coke and peanuts.
Can we do ketchup and ice cream because the ice cream's getting a little soft?
Okay. So let's do ketchup and ice cream.
Okay.
What kind of ice cream you got there?
Vanilla, because I figured you want a sort of a base.
Oh my God. Hold on. Wait. Oh, and I love that ice cream. Oh my God. Can you just
I bought this because I know Mocha likes this.
Can you just instead of ruining the whole tub of, you ruined it. Oh, I was going to say just take a spoonful and then put the ketchup on top, but you went and took the ketchup.
Hey, this is for science, dude.
And put it right on top of the ice cream. Ew. Hold on. Where did you have that ice cream? In the back of your car? Why is it melted?
I put it in what I thought was a freezer. Oh, that's nasty. That is some sort of nasty.
Ew.
So here's what I want you to do, More. Take the ice cream, put on a thing, and then put ketchup right on top of that spoon of yours.
Like right here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks gross.
You want to get in on this, Mocha?
I don't know.
Yeah, go get in on this.
Okay,
go get in on this.
Bring it over.
Oh, you're going to bring it over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it over. Oh,
Okay,
it looks
so-
like a milkshake.
Maury's on his way over to Mocha right now. Don't put it near the equipment.
Okay.
Okay.
Take your spoonful from here.
Okay. That's a big piece of now frozen ketchup. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. No.
Right?
That's so disgusting. Ew. Oh my God.
So it's not good?
No, it's not.
Okay. Next on the list, gentlemen, let's try mustard and yogurt. Mustard and yogurt. As far as these are food combinations that sound horrific, but people have actually eaten them before. So these aren't just created things; these are things that people have eaten in the past. Okay, so Maury, what do you have over there right now?
I have Greek yogurt, vanilla, and French's mustard.
Okay. Okay, so Maury's putting the ketchup or the mustard.
Oh, that's a lot of mustard.
Right inside.
That is a lot of mustard. Oh my God.
Together.
Dude, I don't know about this. Oh, that is a big spoonful.
Oh, that's not bad.
Get out of here. Get over here. Let me try.
I like this.
No.
Here, I'll get you your own.
Okay, so Maury's now on his way over to Mocha with the ketchup and mustard.
Now,
mix it in.
It just really smells more like mustard right now.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I like this one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you like gross things.
See?
It's all over your mustache. Okay, so that's mustard and yogurt. How was that?
I really don't like it. Oh my God. No.
No?
Oh.
Maury's over there shoveling away.
Dude, you're the most disgusting human being I've ever met in my life.
I can't help it if I like something.
That's true. No, you're right, Maury. You can't help it if you. Oh, it's caught on his mouth. Okay. So, and finally, these are disgusting food combinations that people have actually eaten in their lives. Yeah. These were some of the suggestions. We've already done ketchup and ice cream. We've already done mustard and yogurt, which Maury quite liked. And then last up, and I didn't even know the logistics behind this. How do you do Coke and peanuts?
Okay, so my theory is that I would open this Coke, pour it in a cup, and then dump these peanuts into the Coke.
But then you have to also swallow the peanuts, though, right?
Yeah, but I just figured
are you swallowing the peanuts or are you
chewing them?
Chewing them.
Oh,
I assume that you have to chew them.
I thought that the nuts would just go down.
Well, they swallow them like pills?
Yeah.
No, man.
No, you got to slurp the peanuts up and then chew them.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll do that.
With Coke.
All right, I'll change my mind then.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, more. Okay, so the Coke is going in the cup. Don't put the whole thing in. Don't put the, you got to make sure that you're going to get some peanuts in that sip, man.
Well, it's just a little bit, because don't forget it foams up. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you got peanuts all over the desk.
Hope you don't have an allergy, Maury.
Not my nose. It tastes like ballpark. It's not bad.
Get out of here.
It just tastes like...
Yeah, but you like everything so far.
No, but this just tastes like salty, soggy nuts.
Salty.
And as we know, you do like that taste.
Salty, soggy
Okay,
nuts.
sit from the other side.
Oh, I got to sip from your cup? You didn't bring 2 cups?
Oh, just 1 cup.
Oh, ew. It looks so gross. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this?
Yeah. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh,
right?
God. Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Ugh. Okay, here we go.
See?
I'd try this again. Yeah, this one's good.
But Coke and peanuts are one of those things like wildly unnecessary to just have them together.
Yeah.
When they're very easy to just eat together on their own.
Yeah.
You don't need them in the same cup.
No, this is laziness.
Right. And what are you still working on over there,
Oh,
Maury?
my yogurt and mustard.
Okay.
Oh, you're gross.
You're so gross. You are so gross. So there you go. So if anybody has any food combinations that are revolting food combinations that you have actually eaten, or you know somebody who has actually eaten, please just let us know. You can find us anywhere on social media. Send an email. Do whatever you got to do. Call us. Text us at 925-555. We're always up for the challenge to try your horrific family secret food combinations.
Roz, melted ice cream
No,
and
thank
ketchup?
you, Maury. No, thank you.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
How are you? It's Roz and Mocha.
I'm great. How are you, Roz and Mocha?
Good. Okay, Sarah, you write us this, and it's pretty straightforward. Hey, Roz and Mocha, FML Fix My Life. I started training for a new job, and my instructor is constantly flirting with me, making me feel uncomfortable. What can I do to stop him without ruining my chances for the opportunity? So obviously, this is not flirting that you are receptive with in any way.
No.
What have you said to kind of like deter him from making any further comments towards you?
The first time I approached him and I asked him to be just an instructor.
Yeah.
And he took it the wrong way. He's very specific on words. So I used the word today, I want you to be an instructor. And then he took it as I just requesting that one day off kind of thing.
So
and then
can we break down the flirting? Like what when you say he's flirting with you, what happens?
in the beginning, it was just the usual, comments. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, I would date you, stuff like that. And then it turned more into sexual.
Wow. There's a line that often gets confused or is confusing to some people when maybe you meet somebody new, where it can be perceived as flirting, although the intent is not to flirt, right? And that in itself is a problem that needs to be addressed, and you can have that conversation. But if the intent is to flirt, you are beautiful, I would date you, and then getting into sexual stuff, that is 100% going down that road. Okay, so there's no confusion about what is happening. He is pursuing you as you are a trainee and he is your instructor, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, does he act this way with anybody else at your workplace?
No, and when we are in a group, he's very professional. He's very good at his job. He's a really great instructor, and I don't want to take that away.
Yeah.
But then when we are alone in our separate training, then it's a whole different way. It's like completely different.
Okay. Does this guy have a boss?
He does.
Yeah, that's where you go.
But he made it clear on several occasions that his boss is his friend and he got his back.
Yeah. Okay. Then
Well-
you need to go somewhere else.
I don't
And
even know if I would
this is-
believe that,
This
though.
is almost at the point of you need to report this now.
Yeah.
Because when you walk into a like, this is not a social situation, right? And the reason why I said like go to the boss is in any sort of like social situation, if you are out and somebody is flirting and it's not you don't want to be flirted with, you're not interested in the guy, you're not looking for that kind of night, right? Then it's up to you to say, hey, listen, this is how I'm feeling right now. Just don't flirt with me. I'm not interested. But when you're in a work environment, there is a procedure that is normally set, and most people have access to it, which is, you go to the boss. Okay, you don't need to have that awkward conversation with the guy at work who's flirting with you. Just go to his boss, let it be known, and conversations need to happen at that point. Whether it's the conversation of that guy needs to go or that guy needs to seriously change the way he acts around people in the office. Those conversations need to happen. Those are not conversations that you are required to have with him.
Okay.
I don't know, Sarah. I think that he might be lying. I mean, he could be fully telling the truth that his boss is like his boy and has his back and won't ever say anything. But he could also be using that as power over you to be like, if you go to him,
nothing's going to happen. Yeah.
Right? But you definitely do need to speak to some sort of a superior at your workplace.
And with something like this, words matter, okay? Like when you go to his boss, how you lay this out matters. So you get your point across very clearly without any sort of gray area. Okay. And that is just a matter of you just wrapping your head around this and figuring out what words you're going to use and how you're going to phrase this. You don't have to go in there and like prepare a whole thing, but you need to make sure that they're not going to talk you down, because that's sometimes what happens. Oh, he's like that all the time. Oh, it's fine. Oh, don't worry about it. We're all like, that's why people love working here, because we're all just like super friendly. And those two that sit in the front of the office, they met here. They got married. Okay. They might do a lot of this stuff. I hope to God they don't, but people try and rationalize inappropriate work behavior all the time, especially if they are friends. Okay. And just make sure that you don't allow that to happen, that you don't allow him to rationalize this to the point of where you seem like you're the inappropriate one for even bringing it to them, because that's
and that was one of my fears.
Yeah.
And I have one more concern is right now, I got the opportunity, I got the job, but I have a probation period.
Yeah.
And during the probation period, I'm not protected by union or anything. I'm just like, they can do whatever they want. So my concern is, do I approach the boss now and, lay in my whole concerns and issues, or do I wait until probation is end and then I know that I'm protected?
Okay. So if you go in and say, hey, this guy's flirting with me, wants to date me, I don't like this at all, it's wildly inappropriate, and you're worried that they then tell you to take a hike and they fire you within your probation period. So the question is then, first of all, they're all scumbags.
Mm-hmm.
But then the question is then, do you want to actually work for a company that would fire somebody because they went to the boss to say, I'm being harassed in the workplace?
Yes and no. No, because it's not real. It's not good. But
no, you don't want to work for. You don't want to work for them.
No, but I understand.
No,
yes,
I get it.
I know what she's saying.
I know.
Yes,
I know.
because it's a job that she
I
needs
hear
right now.
you. Yes. No, I know.
It's the job that I need.
But
and I really want it.
Sarah, you can't
for so long.
work in a place that makes you feel uncomfortable and you feel uneasy walking in there every day, and your brain is rattled throughout the day because you don't know when this guy is going to approach you, and when he does, what he's going to say. Like, you don't need that in your life.
Now, once the training is over, I don't have to see this guy. But my only concern or biggest concern is him approaching someone else and that person not being able to handle themselves just how I did.
Then every woman who's going to come after you in that place has you to thank, even though they may not know it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for reaching out.
Yeah, nobody has to take this, and for some people it doesn't bother them that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people it doesn't bother, and that's no fault of theirs either. Like, I don't blame. That's fine if you can deal with that. That's fine. Nobody has to. Nobody should. It's gross. But for you sound like you were the person in that place that can put an end to this, and we would encourage you to do that.
Thank you so much, Rod.
Hey,
Thank you, guys.
And
hey,
Mocha.
I help too.
Yeah, Mocha help too.
Yeah, and Mocha, of course. And I really want to thank Maury as well.
Maury?
What did Maury do? Sarah, Maury wasn't even in the room this entire conversation. He's still not here.
No.
He's still trying to figure out what he's trying to get from the vending machine.
And you want to talk about inappropriate work behavior. Earlier this week, Maury asked if he could film me sleeping. Okay,
that is true.
I have to say, guys, you bring a big smile on my face, and one day you managed to bring a big smile on my grumpy daughter face as well, and I thank you for that.
Well, you're a champ.
We love you and your grumpy daughter.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on Kiss.
So it's we should wish everybody a happy National Honesty Day. And I really mean that.
I know you do.
Good morning, Maury. How are you?
How are you?
Okay, damn it, Maury's joining us right now.
What's going on, dude?
Maury and I were
Honestly
talking about
speaking, I'm
Honesty Day.
Mm-hmm.
And
He lied through his teeth, I bet.
Exactly.
Is there a difference between lying and honesty?
Yeah.
Yeah. One's telling the truth and one is not.
Okay.
Did you just ask if there's a difference between lying and honesty?
Sorry, is there a difference between truth and honesty?
Okay, there we go. So my plan was to have a conversation about honesty and maybe just take this opportunity to say some things that are honest. But 2 seconds into the conversation, I realized that is a complete waste of time with Maury, and this would be better suited to celebrating across the board National Honesty Day. However, are there things that maybe you should never be honest about or fully honest about?
Of course.
Okay, exactly. So it would be difficult for me to put together a list of things that you should never be fully honest about.
But
it took Maury 30 seconds.
Maury's the biggest liar I know.
Thank you.
Biggest liar.
Thank you.
Am I though?
Yeah, I catch you in lies
lies on lies.
Like every day I'll catch you in a lie.
Yeah.
And I won't even tell you, but I know that you're lying.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like yesterday you lied to me 3 times.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Give me one.
I'm absolutely not.
No.
Because you lie so much. I caught you in 3 lies yesterday alone.
Yeah.
Just yesterday.
That's a record.
No, it's not.
Oh. Okay, my list?
Okay, more. Yeah. No, it's really not a record at all.
Could this be any more awkward? Go ahead, Maury. I'm going to stand
He
for
just
this one.
doesn't care. Okay, so Maury, what are the things, according to you, that you should never be fully honest about?
Okay, your past dating life.
Okay.
How much you paid for things.
What do you mean?
Like all things?
Like if you paid a lot for something and someone asks, how much you pay for that? You bring it down a little bit.
But I think that you are so much of a liar that even if you paid for something that was not what anybody would consider to be exceptionally expensive, you would still lie.
Probably, yes.
Like last week, you said you bought a book for $6. If somebody asked you how much you paid for that book, you would lie about the $6 book?
No. Like if you spent thousands on something, you might say that you spent $100.
If your father, Frank, found out that you and Dammit Matthew bought...
Hold on, that was this like secrets that you're spilling?
No, you've
Dude's
said...
on his way to work.
I know, but you've said it on the radio multiple times.
Okay, go.
Your Restoration Hardware curtain rods...
Oh, he knows, and he
doesn't
understand.
It was like $2,000, right?
Yeah.
And the curtain rod doesn't have any curtains on it. It's still in the box behind a door.
Yeah, for a year
in
now.
the condo. Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Okay, meals or snacks eaten during the day.
Right.
Okay. Your weight.
Never be honest about your weight?
No.
Never.
Never.
Wait,
Okay.
How do you hide that, though?
Ask me right now, how much do I weigh?
How much do you weigh?
145.
Wow.
Plus...
Wow.
No, usually then the conversation turns to something else.
Yeah. You're such a... I bet you lie to doctors, don't you?
Of course I do.
Okay. Yeah.
Like they'll ever find out.
Which hurts nobody but you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Doctors don't care.
Big time.
Okay.
Big time.
Internet history.
Internet history, you should never be honest about it.
Yeah.
It's
Your
Honesty
age.
Day, by the way. Your age.
I'm 25.
No, you're not.
In what world?
Bro, you're 40. Last week somebody said you look 50.
Maury,
Shush,
Maury,
and then I did
you're-
3 masks at night.
You're 25. You look 25 if you went to prison at 16. Like, that's the only way a 25-year-old would look as rough as you.
Yeah, that's a hard life, bro. You got them prison years on you.
Okay, what else should you never be honest about, Maury?
When someone wants an honest opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
Finally, anything else?
If someone's cooking.
Oh, wow. So you should never be honest. So if I say, give me an honest opinion, do you like this?
Oh, if it's terrible, you'd be like,
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh boy, lots to celebrate today, Roz. It is April 30th. 15 years ago today. The number one song on the Billboard charts was Yeah by Usher.
Oh, wow, really?
And in the movie theaters, released today, 15 years ago, it made $130 million.
How long ago?
15.
15 years ago. 15 years ago.
Okay.
Very popular. People are going to be excited when I tell you.
Okay, go. Hit me.
Mean Girls.
Oh, we wear pink on Wednesdays.
Lindsay Lohan, Rachel McAdams, Amanda Seyfried. Seyfried. And Lacey Sherbert.
Yeah.
Right? Made it to Broadway last year.
Yeah.
Is it written by Tina Fey, right?
Yeah.
Written by Tina Fey.
Yeah.
15 years ago.
I just watched it for the first time last month.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You'd never seen Mean Girls before?
It's the greatest movie.
Yeah.
It is
Some of those
so not fetched, bro.
Some of those movies don't hold up.
No. Mean Girls was one of them that, like...
Mean Girls holds up.
I think it took a while. It didn't, like, catch right away. I mean, at least...
Oh, I think it did.
At least
it became a meme. There were memes from Mean Girls before memes existed.
Because I remember slowly, after, like maybe 5 years after, that I started seeing more and more about Mean Girls. And
well, no, because I think that social media happened 5 years after Mean Girls.
Right, true.
How would Mean Girls do if it came out now, though?
I think it would do fine. It would be a Netflix movie, and people would love it.
Yeah.
You know, because Netflix does very, very well on those sort of teen. That's my favorite genre that Netflix does. Is their kind of young adult love stories. Like for me, Kissing Booth on Netflix is one of the best movies on Netflix I've ever seen. It was so good. I love the Kissing Booth.
It's still
on
a top
Netflix.
trending movie on Netflix. Yeah.
It's so good. Mean Girls still holds up. There's a couple movies that don't hold up, and I'm going to say this as a parent right now.
Yeah. If you have Intentions.
No, if you have like a young kid and you're looking for movies, because that's the thing. When you get like kids who are like 9, 10, and 11 kind of thing, you're always looking for a new movie to watch. Yeah. And then you start dipping back to movies that maybe you watched when you were a little bit younger, and you're like, maybe I'll share this moment with the kid. And some movies hold up. Some of them do not. If you think for 1 second in the sort of vein of like Mean Girls-y kinds of movies, I'll tell you the one movie that you should not put on because it does not hold up in any way. Bring It On.
Oh, I thought you'd say so many other things.
The cheerleading movie.
Yes.
Because it's mean, isn't it? Like really mean?
No. There's some stuff in there that you don't even notice it when you were younger watching that movie. And now with like 2019 eyes, and not that I think that everything from our past should be judged with 2019 eyes. Sure. I actually highly disagree with that. But there were things that I can't figure out why I was not shocked at the time or why I found something funny at the time.
Wait, but hold on. Isn't Mean Girls where they did that book about...
the Burn Book.
The Burn Book.
And how is the Burn Book okay in 2019?
Because there's lessons to be learned.
Really?
Yeah.
What lessons? I mean, you should never make fun of people like that.
That's there you go. That's there you go. Congratulations.
Nice wig, Janice. What's it made of?
Your mom's chest hair.
Oh,
Regina George is flawless.
She has 2 Fendi purses and a silver Lexus.
I hear her hair's insured for $10,000.
I hear she does car commercials in Japan.
Her favorite movie is Varsity Blues.
One time she met John Stamos on a plane, and he told her she was pretty.
One time she punched me in the face. It was awesome. That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh!
So good.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Sean, how are you, man?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for your FML submission.
No problem.
Okay, so it's a little bit of a long one here, so I'm going to go through as much of it as we can, because everything in here is so
wildly important to your story. You wrote us this. Roz Mocha, fix my life. I'm an apprentice in the skilled trades. I've been working for a company towards becoming an electrician for 4 years, and now I'm in the home stretch. I've been working almost exclusively under one guy who's great at what he does and has taught me a lot, but he's always had a short temper and often berates me when I make a mistake. I recently returned to work from my last semester of school, and he seems to have gotten worse. The situation came to a bit of a head this weekend when I was caught in an argument with him in a situation where I clearly knew I wasn't wrong, but at this point, I'm afraid to either yell back at him when I feel it necessary, and also hesitant to speak to a supervisor or HR about the volatile situation with him because I'm afraid the working relationship that we do have would sour because of doing so. What do I do?
Wow. Does this guy make mistakes and then blame it on you?
No, it's not that he does. He doesn't often make mistakes. He's actually really good at what he does. He's a great teacher.
Yeah.
But when I make mistakes, he sure makes me eat it. And I'm no stranger to owning what I did wrong if I did something wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just the way he approaches telling me about it. And sometimes it's not even that I did something wrong. It's just the way he wants to react.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a short temper that he has, and it's getting harder and harder to deal with.
Here's a couple of things that I would say to not do is I would not go to HR.
Yeah, definitely not.
Right.
Simply because HR, their job is like they will always have the company's best interest involved. Okay. Now, if this turns out to be the sort of behavior where you could then launch a lawsuit, then maybe HR will care. But there's a good chance that you're going to go to HR and they're going to see, either nothing wrong with it, something you need to work out on your own, or they may actually take his side. And then you've just played your entire hand. The other thing that I would not do is I would not quit, because being fired is always better than quitting.
Right.
Meaning you have more options available to you if you are let go than you do if you choose to leave.
Yeah.
Whether that be lawsuit or EI or whatever it may be, right? So stick it out. Have you tried to give it back to this guy?
I have, and sometimes I can get away with it, but there's other times where I feel like if I push too far or I say something that I shouldn't, he has the option of kind of shutting me out from what he's been teaching me, rallying the rest of the shop around him so that they're not going to really teach me what I need to know either.
Right.
I can only push back so far without him getting offended, and then he's the one that has something to offer in this situation that I need.
So he's got the clout in that shop, and he has everybody else behind him.
100%. It's always that way with the apprentice and the skilled trades. We kind of have to earn any respect.
Is it just you, or does he treat other people like this?
He treats other people that way, but I've worked so closely with him the last few years that it's more pertinent to me at this point.
Yeah. So it's not a personal thing, is what you're saying, right? It's not like this guy has it out for just specifically you. This is it sucks, but this is how some people communicate.
Yeah.
And it's really the only thing that they know. Now, you can be strong, you can ignore it, you can not take it personally, you can give it right back to him. Like, you have options, and one thing that works, that I've always thought is that when somebody is irrationally coming down on you, okay, like this, where it is just heavy and it's just out of place for what the situation would normally require. I've said to somebody in the past, hey, listen, okay, you are my boss, so you can fire me or you can send me home. That you can totally do that. But the one thing you can't do is talk to me the way you're talking to me right now.
Yeah.
I'm willing to work something out with you. I get it. This is high pressure. You are wickedly talented. I am grateful to learn everything that I learned from you. But this thing that we have going on right now, if I make a mistake, I will eat it and I will own it. But this sort of irrational flying off the handle, I'm either going to start giving it back to you, or we got to figure out a better, more healthy way to communicate with each other. And if the healthy way to communicate with each other is on that level where you're both just constantly yelling at each other because that's the way that he works, then that's the relationship that you're going to have with him.
Right. See, I'm not typically a confrontational person, so it's hard for me to go up to that level to try and just earn that respect back from him by yelling at him. But if it's what I got to do, then...
Well, yeah. I mean,
you don't have to get in a fight with them.
No. Don't roll up your sleeves or anything. But have you...
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean.
In your work environment, are there other people around, or is it always kind of just the two of you?
There are other people around. It's a team of tradespeople, and part of the problem is that he tends to do this berating in front of other people.
Sure.
I've told him before, you're going to yell at me in private, I'm absolutely fine with that because I can defend myself. But if you're going to make a scene of it, it's just harassment at that point.
Have you tried having a conversation with him alone without anybody else?
I have, yeah.
And how'd that go?
He was receptive to it, but it obviously happened again.
Yeah, I worked in a place where I had a guy like this who was very much like the boss that you're describing, and a new guy came in, and I didn't really like this new guy at all, but he spoke that same language as the boss, and the boss started treating him the way that he treated everything else, and this other dude just spoke that same language, and it's not like he then became the favorite, but what he was doing with the yelling and the berating just didn't work. He got nothing. He got nothing out of it. Now, if the guy is just a hothead where, he takes no joy in yelling at you, then that's different. But like if somebody is at the point of where they actually enjoy humiliating somebody, then that's something that you need to work through.
Yeah, I think you need to
possibly think about your options. But if this guy's just like a hothead jerk and this is how he communicates with people, I would just learn everything you can. And what you're going to do is when you have these bosses in your life, one day you will be the boss, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to take all the times that you've been influenced by the bosses that you have. Some bosses are going to influence you to want to be just like them when you're in that position. And some bosses are going to influence you to be the exact opposite of what they were. And that's what you're figuring out right now in your career.
Absolutely.
All right, Sean?
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks
a lot. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on Kiss.
Yo, Rafi, what's up, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you today?
Good.
So, Rafi, let me quickly read what you wrote us.
Okay.
Hey, Maury, honestly a huge fan. My girlfriend actually got me listening to you guys. I used to hate podcasts, never saw the point in them. I would constantly ask myself, why do you want to spend your entire commute listening to people talk? And your girlfriend, named Maria, sat you through one of our episodes of the podcast, and you said that it changed your whole perspective, and you were wondering if we could call her for her birthday and sing her happy birthday. You say that she loves us and would desperately want to speak to us for just a couple of minutes. So tell us about Maria. How great is she?
Oh, she's amazing. I met her last year actually at work. Then I moved on. I started working somewhere else, and so did she. But we kept in contact.
Yeah.
And it just escalated from there. It's been amazing so far. It's been the best year of my life.
Oh, man, that's so nice.
Do you guys tell each other? Do you love her?
Of course, yeah.
Do you say that to her? Are you guys at that point?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Does she?
All the time. She says it too.
Yeah, okay, cool. Just
and what's your life like now? Are you guys living together, or you still have separate places?
Oh, we still have separate places. We don't live together as of yet, but in the near future, I think we have spoken about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that, man.
All right, Rafi, we're gonna call her, but keep you on the line, but don't say anything, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, is Maria there, please?
What can I do for you?
It's Roz and Mocha. Happy birthday.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
What?
Nothing.
Hey, Maria.
Who's this?
Roz and Mocha. So, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
You kind of sound like you hate us right now.
I know.
No, because I'm still not believing that it's you guys.
Well, we heard that you're like a big fan of the show, and we heard that you introduced our podcast to your boyfriend Rafi, and we just wanted to call to say thank you for listening, thank you for spreading the word, and more importantly, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I did. I send it to anybody who listens to me.
Oh,
You're
okay.
the best.
Cool.
If we sing to you, will you believe it's us?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, so hold on. So Rafi's on the phone, right?
I am. Hi, babe.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
now she's happy. Wait, Maria, did you not think that it was really Roz and Mocha?
No, I'm at work and I never answer unknown callers, so I was actually just going to decline it.
Oh, wow.
But then I was like, oh, okay, whatever, I'll just answer it.
You sounded like you were about to yell at whoever was on the other line for calling unknown.
Because I was like, who's asking me for like somebody's trying to make me say yes for like a scam on the phone or something.
Yeah, we have this duct cleaning service that's offering a great deal in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was.
I do actually have a little CRA business to get to, but we can do that at the end of the call.
Yes, to get your credit card out.
Hey, Rafi, explain to Maria what's going on here.
So I pretty much messaged them up, and I was like, I love the podcast. My girlfriend got me listening to you guys. As you know, Maria, I don't really like podcasts, and you got me hooked. You know what I mean? The last couple of months, I'm almost all caught up with you. Like, what, episode 70?
I can't listen to the new ones with him.
Yeah, like she won't. She refuses to listen to the new ones, and then I get upset because I'm like, no, I don't want to hear it. I'm like, pause it. You know what I mean? Or like switch it on to the live radio somewhere else because I'm like, I don't want to listen to anything with Roz Mocha if I'm not caught up with it.
Maria, so obviously you're a huge fan, so on those special occasions when it is somebody's birthday, we can sing them happy birthday. Would you like us to sing you happy birthday right now?
I would love nothing more than to hear you guys sing happy birthday.
Here we go.
Right, ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Maria. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God, thank you so much. That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
The season 2 of She-Ra drops on Netflix today. My kid loved it.
Wait, what? Season 2?
Yeah, She-Ra, the cartoon. They did a cartoon.
Season 1 already came out?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know, a year and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. So they just dropped season 2.
See, the problem with my Netflix,
you don't get it. Like you would never see She-Ra pop up on your Netflix.
Exactly, because I watch all sorts of other nonsense, right?
Like mine. Like it doesn't pop up on my profile. My profile's garbage.
It might pop up. I have a profile for my kid already.
Yeah.
But it's like all Wiggles and Paw Patrol and like, because he's only 2, right?
No, but just go like, do you have him as a profile or do you just go to kids?
No, I have him as his own profile.
Go to the kids section.
Oh, okay.
That's where all the gold is. And then figure out what's good and then build a profile based on the kids section with favorites, right?
Wait, so Netflix has a She-Ra
cartoon. Yeah.
Do they have a He-Man one?
No.
Oh, weird.
No, but they run they run the old He-Man maybe, but there's 2 great He-Man documentaries on Netflix.
Are they really?
Yeah, one is called The Toys That Made Us, which is a 4-part, I think, on Star Wars toys, He-Man toys. So it's one sort of episode, but then there's an actual He-Man documentary, which is incredible. It's so much fun. Because the guy who did it was just nuts, right?
Yeah.
The guy who created He-Man. And he goes through talking about when they decided to do a sort of female counterpart to He-Man. Before she was She-Ra, this guy wanted to call her She-Man, right?
No.
Yeah. And he's like, and then somebody came in and was like, what about She-Ra? And he's like, oh yeah, that's a better idea. But She-Ra drops today, and I started watching the other, I shouldn't say, I guess it was about a week and a half ago or whatever. Whenever Catherine is either like taking a bath or I'm like, hey, babes, you coming out? She's like, I got 10 more minutes. I need to just work 10 more minutes. So whenever I have like 5 minutes to myself, I go on Netflix and I always watch like 5 minutes of Selling Sunset.
Selling Sunset?
Selling Sunset.
What's that one?
Is a reality because I've never in my life watched the Kardashians. I never watched Jersey Shore. I never watched the Real Housewives show. Like I never watched any of that stuff.
Yeah, me neither.
Right. Yeah, right. I never watched any of that, but this is sort of all of those things combined, only they're like hot real estate agents.
You know what? I saw the trailer for that.
This show.
That's what it is. Okay.
Oh my God, this show.
I've seen the trailer.
It is such glorious trash. I watch it 5 minutes at a time because I only watch it when Catherine's like, I need 5 minutes. And I'm like, okay. So I go back and I put 5 minutes of Selling Sunset on.
It takes like a month to get through one episode.
It took me 2 weeks to get through one episode. Okay.
So is that like the secret show she has no idea that you watch?
So then she caught me the other night.
Oh, no.
She could hear from the office. She's like, what in the hell are you watching? So she came out and watched an episode with me.
Yeah.
And first she looked at me disgusted. Like, she's like, what are you doing? She's like, when do you watch this? I'm like, whenever I have
like a time, like whenever I need like 5 minutes, never mind. I don't even watch it really. And then she sat down, and it is such glorious trash that it is one of the more enjoyable shows I've seen in a real long time. Now, keep in mind, it is trash, okay? It's trash, but it's glorious trash. So, 2 things this weekend. If you can't get in to see Endgame, give She-Ra a try. Okay?
Which was at one point almost called She-Man.
Right. If She-Man's not your thing, try and get yourself a little bit dirty with Selling Sunset.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let me ask you this question here, and I'll ask you and I'll ask anybody else who's listening right now. What's the hardest you've ever taken a breakup? I'm reading this story. Remember Moby, the singer?
Moby. Okay, yeah.
Remember that guy?
Yeah, Eminem used to hate him.
Yeah, that's right. Yes,
right?
Yes. Like irrationally too,
yeah.
right? Yeah, like he just
there's
just used to hate him.
Reason.
Yeah. I just snorted. Excuse me. So I'm going through. They're taking out excerpts of his. He's releasing a new memoir.
Yeah.
And he's talking about. Let me read you this part here, where how hard he used to be on himself, and about this one breakup that he had. So he says, so let me read you this. Moby opened up about the incident in which he inflicted physical punishment upon himself.
Oh, wow.
After his romantic frustration. He punched himself in the face.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No, I would never do that.
So he goes, one night, years earlier, after another relationship failed because of panic, my frustration and anger boiled over until I started punching myself in the face.
Wow.
He goes, I hit myself once, then again, very hard, making myself fall backwards onto the floor.
Oh, no.
Like
you punched yourself out?
Yeah, he knocked himself out.
I wonder if he was like looking at himself in the mirror.
He said for a second it felt good and justified. I had punched myself in my worthless face. Then I was scared because I didn't know if I was insane. Sane people generally didn't punch themselves in the face until they fell down. Like I've been in I've taken breakups hard before. But I've never punched myself in the face.
Yeah, now we want to fight yourself.
Right?
You're looking at yourself in the mirror like, yo, you want to go?
I avoided going to certain parts of the city because I knew that perhaps I would bump into him.
I think that's normal.
I still stalk him on social media.
Stalk him. You use that word just like that, huh?
Wow.
Not even ironically.
No. Fully part of the vocabulary.
Well, I figured if I don't say it, you will.
Wow.
But I would never, hurt myself.
Yeah, it's a really wild thing how some people
I would
take
stop listening to
breakups.
certain music because it reminded me
Like
of
what?
him. Sonic Youth.
Yeah, wow. Jeez. Wow. To me, that doesn't seem like a difficult thing to do. Like if I made the decision.
Give me a song. I need to know.
My friend Goo.
No, stop it. We're not going to play Sonic Youth. Like if I made the decision right now to just never hear Sonic Youth again, I don't think it would be that difficult of a thing.
Are there like swear words in
Right?
Sonic Youth?
Don't bother. Don't worry about it. You don't have to go down that road.
Okay. Well, let me erase this from my YouTube history.
But have you never done anything crazy like that? Have you had a tough breakup?
I did, yeah. But the the time that I had a bad breakup was right before I went to New York for vacation, but I was there for weeks and weeks.
Sure.
So I had time, so I didn't have to see the other person. I wasn't picking up the phone, calling the other person.
Yeah.
I was kept busy.
Yeah. And how old were you at the time?
Vacation. I don't know, 20 maybe?
Yeah.
Or 21? No,
Yeah.
not 21.
Yeah.
19 or 20. So there was more than enough time of separation physically.
Right.
That I just kept myself busy.
You're fortunate.
Right?
I forgot the same person I broke up with. I also wrote and mailed thank you letters to his mom for a great relationship.
Oh, wow. That's so many red flags.
Yeah.
There's so many. You should wear a cape that's just like a red flag to let people know. To let people know.
Yeah, that's
so somebody
weird.
broke up with you and then you wrote their mother?
Yeah, I was like, hey, thanks so much. It was a great 6 months.
6 months!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
If you like celery, you're gross.
I agree. Celery's disgusting.
Celery. But celery juice apparently is a hot new health trend right now. And a Toronto grocer is telling the CBC that he's paying more for a case of celery than ever before, that he is forced to charge $6 a bunch. $6
celery's
a
so
bud
expensive.
for celery.
Yeah, because all these morons are drinking it.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
The spike comes as a health guru featured on Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle site, Goop, prepares to release a book that claims celery juice can help relieve autoimmune conditions, high blood pressure, eczema, and migraines, and help you control your weight. The claims don't appear to be supported by any scientific studies or trials.
Anytime I've ever done a cleanse, celery is in the juices.
Yeah, no, but as a one thing, but this is like, I don't know. It's just every now and then. Do you remember the cabbage soup diet?
Yes.
Do you remember when that was a big thing?
I remember when people did it and they were rooting and tooting all over the place.
Yeah, everybody's just eating cabbage soup. I remember years ago, probably 14 years ago, when people started with these cleanses, and before companies got on board and started bottling their own, there was a recipe that was online that everybody would just make on their own, and it was like water with cayenne pepper and lemon.
Yeah,
and you would
it was like Beyonce.
Yeah, and you would see
was doing it, and everyone was like, "Oh man, Beyonce's doing it."
And you would see these guys at work. They looked like such idiots, where they were walking around with like huge, massive plastic containers that you would get like 4 liters of milk in it.
Yeah.
Right? And they would be stuffing all the stuff through the little hole in the top, and they'd walk around the hallway with it, and you would just hear these big jugs shaking like moonshine. And that's all these guys were drinking all day. Right? And it looked horrific. It was all floaty and brown. Yeah. And there were seeds in it. Like, it was, all this stuff is just such garbage.
Although there's nothing wrong with celery with a little bit of mayonnaise down the sled.
No, there is.
That's so gross. I don't know, man.
I hate celery. The taste of it hurts my mouth.
And it wasn't only until maybe in like the past 5 years that I like as a kid, parents would give their kids celery, maybe you put some peanut butter, and it was fine because I enjoyed peanut butter.
Yeah.
But then growing up, or once I became grown, I was like, why am I eating celery?
Yeah.
Like, I even used to cut it up and throw it in a bag with, cucumbers and carrots and just kind of like eat them all together, right?
Yeah.
But then like on its own, it was like maybe 5 years ago, I was like, you know what? I do not like celery.
I still choke on the stringy bits. Do you ever choke on the stringy bits?
I just don't like I don't like the taste of it. Catherine and Roxy love celery. They put it in hummus and stuff like that.
Do we have to apologize to the celery farmers?
No, why? They're making a killing right now. I ain't apologizing to anybody.
Larissa just texted, I've been drinking celery juice for 2 weeks. And my skin is so much better, and I've lost over 8 pounds. No headaches, and no need to drink coffee.
Oh, I
ain't giving up coffee.
Yeah, but what happens? But like everything else, what happens when you stop starving yourself? It's like when Maury would go on a juice cleanse.
Oh, that
and
was
he'd
the
spend
worst.
3 weeks starving himself, drinking nothing but juice. And then when you're done that, how much weight did you gain back?
Double it.
More.
Because when you're doing a cleanse, all you're losing, Roz taught me this, just water weight.
No, I didn't even say that.
Or someone taught me that. You're just losing water weight.
No, you're just like, you're starving yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly what you were doing.
You're like, you're starving. It's not good to starve yourself. That's why like you feed people who are hungry. Because starving is not good for humans.
That's why Maury just keeps eating and eating and eating.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So that big Woodstock festival that they were planning, the Woodstock 50th anniversary for the summer, half the people involved are saying the whole thing is canceled.
Oh, yeah?
Jay-Z and Miley were supposed to headline. Right?
My dad was actually planning to go to this.
Was he really?
He thought it would be the coolest trip ever to go with my stepmom and actually experience Woodstock.
Well, this was going to be far from what you see in those documentaries from way back when.
This is basically going to be Coachella again.
No, it was going to be like... No, it's like dirty Lollapalooza. Like
Dirty Palooza?
Yeah, dirty.
Sure.
Yeah,
and Lala's already dirty.
Lala's exactly.
Wait, is Lala the one that's in the desert?
No,
which is the one that's in the?
that's Burning Man.
Oh yeah, Burning Man.
Burning
one.
and because Burning Man isn't even really like a music festival. It's like an arts gathering of.
It looks scary.
Yeah, and
isn't there a lot of sand blowing around?
Yeah, there is.
Well, it's in a desert, so
yeah. Like I interviewed.
I would assume there would be lots of sand.
I remember a few years ago,
I was interviewing Susan Sarandon, and she had just come back from Burning Man.
Susan Sarandon?
Yeah, because she loves to smoke weed, right?
Sure.
So she goes and hangs out with all those weirdos at Burning Man. But she had just come from Burning Man, and she could barely breathe. Like, she was coughing through the entire interview because she had so much sand in her lungs and dust and everything. Like, Burning Man is crazy. I know a guy that goes to Burning Man frequently, like every other year. And
pictures
he's been
are phenomenal.
2 years in a row. It's phenomenal. It is not for me because it's a whole sharing culture that they build down there.
Sure.
And if I'm wrong, don't.
What do you mean by share? Like cliques and you're worried you're not going to fit in?
No, it's like you may be the guy that just brings a ton of cigarettes and nothing else. And then what you do is you find somebody who has water and a shower, and then you give them smokes so you can use their shower. And then there's another camp set up just by regular individuals that are like, we're going to do everyday breakfast for 40 people. And then they just cook breakfast every day for 40 people. And then there's somebody who they open the orgy dome, and they're like, we're going to be in charge of the orgy dome.
So it's a co-op.
Right? Yeah. Like, it's crazy where everybody, you just contribute. So everybody contributes to this culture at Burning Man.
So
but
it's like
no, it's all drugs and STDs.
Yeah, okay. Sounds like fun.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner got married.
Weren't they already married?
No, they got married last night.
What?
Yeah.
Did they?
By an Elvis in Vegas after the Billboard Awards.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Now, when you get married in Vegas, though, to my understanding, it's not like it's legal in Nevada, but it's not legal everywhere else, right?
No.
Like, it's real, but not real.
No, it's real.
Is it?
Yes.
I always thought you had to then go to, like, you know, City Hall or something with your Vegas marriage certificate and get it certified.
No, they got a marriage certificate yesterday afternoon.
Oh,
so like they didn't go like and just hang out in front of an Elvis and do I do's with no documentation.
Right.
Apparently they actually went and got the documentation earlier in the day.
Okay.
And then went, and who live streamed it? Was it Diplo that live streamed it?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
They aired the
that one. What a fantastic after party that would have been. Holy.
They aired the Billboard Music Awards last night because they took place on Tuesday, and I guess they had to edit it and do their thing, and then they put it to air.
Oh, was it
last
pre-taped?
Night. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
because
live.
everything was on Tuesday.
Oh.
That's why we didn't know, because we were talking about it on Monday and on Tuesday, and then nobody knew. I was like, first of all, I didn't even hear about the Billboard Music Awards happening.
Yeah.
Second, it couldn't have been that important if yesterday we didn't find out who the winners are. But because they prepackaged everything and aired it last night, we now know that, you know, like Drake won 12 awards.
So you knew that before?
No, I only knew that last night when I was watching.
Yeah.
And then this morning. But Jonas Brothers were they performed. They did a medley of their songs and of course performed Sucker. Still sound good live.
Yeah.
And it's just fitting because yesterday they announced that Jonas Brothers and BB Rexha are going on tour. And they're hitting Toronto August 23rd, Scotiabank Arena.
Really, huh?
Yeah, man. That's going to sell out for sure.
So Sophie Turner walked down the aisle to a Dan and Shay song. Are they a country band?
Yeah. No, they're friends. They're neighbors.
What do you mean?
They're neighbors, Dan and Shay. They're married.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just kidding.
They're a country band. Why you gotta trip me up, man?
I know, this early in the morning.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. That's weird. And then like, what? They just got together and made a record? Awesome. What a way to luck out. Location, huh?
It's like if I asked my neighbors Peter and Sylvia just to like grab the guitar and like perform.
Yeah, so they got engaged in October. And then last night, Wednesday night, they hit one of those little like the Elvis Chapel, and got married. That's dope. I like that, man.
I'm down.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So there's a fight going on Twitter right now, man. People just can't chill. It's crazy.
Why?
So Taylor last night, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
At the Billboard Music Awards, comes out and does her new song, Me. With a drum line.
I'm Taylor.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
And then immediately everybody starts jumping on her for biting Beyonce's Coachella performance because she used a drum line.
You know Beyonce's not the first one to ever use a drum line, right?
Okay. And they're like quoting, one of these things is not like the other. And there's a picture of Taylor with her drum line and Beyonce with her drum line.
Yo, you know, I think it was like 2012 or 2013. DJ Climax and I, when we were performing at our radio station concert, we came out with a drum line.
Look, there's a spider coming down right in front of your face right there.
Oh my God, look at that.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, no, I know. I remember that. And then what happens is, so everybody goes, hey, what about this? And they start posting Gwen Stefani's performance from 2005 when she did, you know, the Banana song. Right?
Hollaback Girl, you mean?
Hollaback Girl, yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
With a drum line. And then everybody started posting a Destiny's Child video from 1999.
Oh, God.
Where Beyonce is on Destiny's Child's on a football field with a drum line. Like, it became about who did this first. But I'm like, the people who are arguing about this, their knowledge only ends when Beyonce started.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that they don't know anything before that. Like, they don't know that people have been using, and then like, listen, even just go through the Super Bowl performances. Janet Jackson used a drum line. Everybody uses that stupid drum line, which is awesome, by the way. I don't want to call it stupid, but you know what I mean.
Hey man,
in their
Nick Cannon
performances.
started in a movie called Drumline.
Thank you.
How come nobody referenced that?
Thank you. How come nobody's saying you bit Nick Cannon off? But it is so funny right now. Like, if you go in, and I spent about 25 minutes on this morning.
25?
Yeah, with everybody just throwing hate back and forth for Taylor ripping off Beyonce because Taylor used drums.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to, right? They're accusing Taylor of ripping off Beyonce because Taylor used drums.
That's so stupid.
Right?
Y'all are dumb.
Dude, I'm telling you, but like, I'll go like one of these tweets, right? One of these tweets that I found from somebody who is not verified and has 900 followers has 5,835 likes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Ripping on Taylor for biting Beyonce.
That's like saying, Shawn Mendes, how dare you play a guitar live on one of your stage shows when Ed Sheeran also does a stage show live and plays guitar.
You know what I mean? It's a special thing, right? Drum
I don't know,
lining.
man. That's dumb.
Drum lining. But I'm telling you, Taylor is getting, like, the Beehive came out and was really, like, they went hard on Taylor fans last night. Like, hard on Taylor. These stands, man, when they come at you, it's not pretty. And they come at you for the most irrational reasons, man.
They're really, really mean. Really mean.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
And then everybody's just trying to dig up evidence of the first time somebody used a drum line. But it only starts with Beyonce. Like, their knowledge of everything in life.
Last year?
1999.
Oh, 99 with Destiny's Child.
1999 with Destiny's Child. That's when they're, and the people are posting pictures from 1886 with marching bands before football game. Like, it's so great.
Take that.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was just watching a video of Paula Abdul from last night at the American Music Awards.
Billboard Music Awards.
Sorry, the Billboard Music Awards, where she threw her hat off.
Yeah.
And she hit Juliana Hough right in the throat with it.
Oh, no. Did she really? Not on purpose, though.
No. She was walking through the crowd, and Julianne Hough is there, and she's so excited, right? Because you have to think, Julianne Hough, who dances professionally and is one of the best, had to have grown up idolizing Paula Abdul.
Of course.
And Julianne Hough has like the best seat at the Billboard Music Awards. She's like right up front, right on the edge. And Paula Abdul does this move where she just walks down through the crowd.
Yeah.
And as she's doing her dance, she takes off her top hat and just goes to fling her top hat at the camera. But Paula Abdul misses the camera
and the brim just nails. She almost decapitated Julianne Hough. It's like in a James Bond movie where somebody where it's a blade around the hat and it's a weapon. Like she was so perfect with her throw that
don't tell me Julianne Hough is like in the hospital now.
She loved it. The look on Julianne Hough's face, right?
I just got hit in the throat by Paula Abdul.
It was like when you see those videos where somebody gets baptized in a lake. Like it's a life-changing experience, right? It was like at that moment, Julianne Hough was validated for all the hard work and dance that she's done by almost getting killed by Paula Abdul.
She sliced my neck with her hat.
It is. So if you get a chance, go and find that video. We'll get it posted. But it was one of the best moments from last night.
What was up with Madonna?
Yeah, what's interesting is that last night they really, three of the biggest sort of, nostalgia acts were all on the stage on the same night, which was incredible for one awards show that they would have Mariah Carey, Madonna, and Paula Abdul. People seem to love it. But I heard a lot of people talking about Mariah Carey today. I heard a lot of people talking about Paula Abdul today.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anybody talking about Madonna. I didn't hear anybody talking about the Madonna performance.
So there's a clip here that we have. I guess this is backstage. And where is this from, Maury? Is this from like her Instagram or
Yeah.
Was she on something? Like, was she drunk or high or something?
I don't know.
American Billboard Awards, where I will be honored for nothing, as usual. But just to be here, to share this moment with humanity is everything.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know.
Like a crazy old lady,
I think
right?
she's just being Madonna.
Is
but
she?
I didn't hear, have you heard, like, nobody's talking, like, Madonna wasn't even trending when I woke up this morning.
No.
Everything else from last night was trending.
I mean, I
saw the Paula Abdul clip 1,000 times.
I watched it last night. I'm a huge Madonna fan, and it was kind of lackluster. Like, it was clearly obvious that Madonna was singing to the actual single, like, whereas Mariah was obviously singing live.
Sure, but I mean, Paul, let's not talk about the lip syncing. I think that what was off-putting was that Paula Abdul, people still have a real sort of soft spot for her, and she's endearing. Yeah. And Mariah Carey has always been the same. Like Mariah Carey's thing is she's just so consistently odd.
Yeah.
But I think that people looked at Madonna like, you should have just done what these two did. You should have just aged and did your thing. And because what you're doing now, it's not even that it's inappropriate, because who cares what somebody does? It's just not good.
Yeah.
Right? Like Paula Abdul came out and did her hits. Mariah Carey came out and did her hits. Madonna came out and
tried to do some new stuff
and did a terrible song. Like,
well, she had to do her new song. It just came out.
No,
I don't know.
She didn't have to.
No, I know. I don't know. I don't know.
Mariah opened with her new song and then went into the hits.
But she went into the hits though.
Exactly.
Mariah knows.
Yo, Madonna, you're done.
Right?
Like, finished.
Mariah knows. But were people happy with the Mariah show, right?
Everyone was on their feet. Taylor Swift yelled. I posted on my Twitter. She's like, I love you.
Yeah. People were loving Mariah Carey last night.
Really?
Paula Abdul.
I switched the channel at that time.
Madonna got no time. We were saying yesterday how going pee during the Mariah thing.
Then you missed the best performance. So
I know, but
you're in trouble.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Sylvia!
Hi.
Hi, it's Roz and Mocha. So you broke as a joke, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so Sylvia, you wrote this, aside from Mocha's completely disparaging comments. You wrote this, Roz and Mocha FML. Simply put, what do you do if you can't keep up financially with your friends who always want to do stuff?
Hey, listen, I wasn't saying it as a diss.
I know.
We've all been there, Sylvia. We have all been there. Now, when you say you can't keep up financially with your friends who always want to do stuff, what kind of stuff are we talking about here?
Just like random stuff, like road trips and like going on vacation and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's the summertime, like my full-time friends are taking time off and they want to hang out, so I just want to be able to, hang out with them too.
So, how good are these friends? Do you consider them your good friends?
Yeah, they're pretty good friends. They're close friends of mine.
Do you have conversations with them about what you can and cannot afford?
Yeah, sometimes. Like when we go out, they kind of know, so they kind of filter out some of the other stuff we can't do.
Yeah, but I think that you need to have those conversations. You don't have to give them full financial disclosure.
Yeah.
But I think that if they're your good friends, they should know. And I think that if they are your good friends, they'll understand and will either, cater to things that maybe every now and then you can be included in and participate, in to the fullest, or you work around it. Do you ever suggest things that are maybe not quite as expensive that everybody's into, or do they not like doing those things?
Yeah, sometimes I suggest that stuff, but it's kind of, I guess, repetitive. I don't know, because stuff I can do locally, or stuff that's not going across the world.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong, Sylvia. There's nothing wrong with missing out here and there on some of those bigger, financially straining things that your friends are doing. I know it sucks right now that you can't take part, but there's nothing wrong with not being able to go.
You're right.
I'm getting two sort of, this can go one of two ways or even both ways. So I think part of you is asking, how do you deal with the fact that you can't afford to do all the cool things your friends are doing? Well, if they're your good friends, they'll understand, and you can create situations and fun that everybody can afford. And if they are your good friends, everybody's going to be on board for it. Okay, so there's that, and then there's the other part where I think you may you're trying to figure out how to make more money to be able to afford to do what all your friends are doing.
Yeah, that's definitely, both of those sides are definitely
Right,
okay. Struggling with right now.
Okay, so how do you make more money? Are you saving money at the time?
Kind of. I'm still doing school, so I did have a part-time job. Okay. So now that it's kind of summer, I'm trying to look for another part-time job to fill up the time that I had for school.
Right.
Yeah, but the money that you're making from this part-time job is going towards doing these things with your friends that you are then burning through that cash.
Right, yeah, pretty much.
And I think honesty when it comes to your friends is the way to go. Because I'll tell you, it's relative, right? I have a few friends who are very rich, okay? And in the past, they have suggested things, and even though I could afford it, I still say, hell no, I'm not paying for that. Let's do this instead.
Yeah.
And then you come up with a compromise, okay? There's nothing wrong with you. If one of your friends goes, hey, Sylvia, we're thinking about, going to, this place on Friday night. There's nothing wrong with saying, hell no, I'm not paying that amount for food and drinks, but what if Saturday we get together and do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? And they're going to get it. You know what I mean? They're going to get it. And I think that if they are truly your friends, you can be honest with them, and they will, if they are as good of friends as you say they are, they will accommodate to include you. This is not going to be something where, you then have to worry about your friendship. If the friendship is there, they will work to include you, and they should work to include you.
All right. So you're telling me I got to get my friends to work harder.
No, you have to be honest with them. Yeah. They have to know this stuff.
There has to be compromise on both ends, and you can't, like we said before, you just can't participate in everything.
Because otherwise, you run the risk of looking like the downer. You look like the one that they always invite out, and you make some lame excuse to not go. And then they're like, what in the hell's wrong with Sylvia? I don't know, man. What's wrong with her? We invited her out. And when's the last time you invited her out? I asked her 2 times last week if she wanted to do stuff. So unless you tell them why you can't do this, they will start to wonder if you're the type of friend that they want in their group.
Okay.
So just be straight up with them.
If you miss out on a weekend in Vegas, ain't nothing wrong with the following weekend, Saturday night at Jack Astor's.
Right. There's nothing exactly. Right? And you are. I know. Okay. Listen. That is so 100% true, Mocha.
Yeah.
It is so 100% true.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks, Sylvia.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Okay. Love you too.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on Kiss.
Hi, it's Roz Mocha. Who's this?
Hey, it's Tony. Mocha, how are you?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good, man. Mocha.
What?
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news!
Oh, man. I'll tell you.
I love you.
I love you too, brother. There's nothing makes me happier than when people call in and just want to shout out, let's do the news.
I love it. I love being part of the show, man.
All right. Okay, hit us one more time with it.
Hey, Mocha.
Yo.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news!
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
This movie made $1.2 billion in its opening weekend. That is the fastest movie to hit $1 billion since Infinity War.
I knew it was going to happen. I knew it.
It shattered the record. Obliterated its own record.
Finger snapped.
So Infinity War broke $1 billion in 11 days. Endgame did it in 5. That's crazy.
Yeah. I knew it was going to
that's
happen.
crazy. So domestically, U.S. and Canada did 350 mil. Internationally, it did 859 mil. Globally, 1.209 billion.
Oh. Come on.
In Canada alone, it's the biggest opening weekend ever. So Avengers Endgame, 28.5 million in Canada. And then Infinity War is second with 19. And then The Force Awakens with 18.6. The Last Jedi was 17.2. And then Marvel's The Avengers with 15.6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all Disney.
Yeah. They're happy. That movie had a budget of 400 mil.
Yeah.
They probably made that in like a day.
I'm still thinking about it.
Are you?
Yeah, it's real good.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of seeing it.
It's really good. And I don't want to spoil it because my take on spoilers is this. Like the reason why we're going to talk about Game of Thrones is because everybody had access to Game of Thrones. No, not everybody has access to Endgame. So you still have to wait and buy a ticket. People are still weeks away from seeing this thing.
Yes.
So you have to sort of respect the lack of access to something. But over on Game of Thrones last night.
Okay, hold on. Before you continue, let me read you this text that we got. 925-555.
All right.
Roz,
Yeah.
I'm an emergency room nurse who works in a busy hospital downtown.
Okay.
I did not get an opportunity to watch Game of Thrones last night since I was literally saving lives. Please, no spoilers.
Please, with the saving lives.
Literally saving lives.
Whatever. You're making out in a broom closet. I watch Grey's. I know how that works. Exploring your sexuality at work. Saving lives.
It's all drama.
Come on. Mark Hamill apologized to Star Wars fans over a tweet.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you saw this.
No.
But, so Mark Hamill tweeted out a picture.
I stopped following Mark Hamill for that same reason because I didn't want anything to be ruined for the last movie, just in case.
No, he doesn't spoil, but somebody photoshopped a picture together in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, and it was Lando, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, and Han Solo, like the originals.
Oh, okay.
Right? But like all older. Like they took their older selves and they photoshopped them all in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. And Mark Hamill tweeted that, and he just used the hashtag missed opportunities. And fans started jumping on him, saying that it was insulting to people who are working so hard for years to make new characters exciting for people to enjoy, thinking that Mark Hamill was crapping on all the new characters.
Okay.
And he was just like, no, I miss these people and we didn't get to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. So Mark Hamill was like, saw a pic of me with Billy D and Carrie and Harrison. Posted it because I miss them. Nothing more, nothing less. I love the new cast too and didn't mean to get everyone's knickers in a twist. Maybe I should just post a bunch of Endgame spoilers instead.
No, don't do it, Mark. See, again, that's why I unfollowed you.
Apparently Crocs are now making Crocs with miniature fanny packs attached to the back of them. I am down for that.
You need this for the cottage.
I know. You know, I
That's
caught
where you put your like matches for the campfire.
I was looking on the computer for Crocs the other day.
Were you really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And Catherine walked into the room. I heard her walking into the room.
Yeah.
And I closed my computer like I was looking at
something naughty.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I still think that she thinks that, and I'm okay with her thinking that rather than.
Wouldn't you rather her catch you? Like, you should just have a browser constantly open,
Yeah.
right? A
Yeah.
tab with that stuff.
Yes.
To quickly switch to.
Thank you.
When she walks in and you're looking at things like Crocs.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Well, maybe I was just looking at
like
porn.
I'll never forget that time years ago we did something on this show with male lingerie because it was apparently a thing.
Yeah.
And she walked in when I was looking at male lingerie.
And what did she do?
What's that?
What did she do? Turn around and walk away?
No, I closed the computer again. Like she didn't even know what I was looking at.
That's
right?
You just gotta have that on the tab ready to go.
This could have been a cool bonding thing. What if she's like, oh my God, I want Crocs too?
No, believe me, she does. I know my woman, Maury. My woman does not want Crocs.
Oh, no.
Wait,
what's the price? What's the price?
Oh, $59.
Okay.
Crocs with a fanny pack. So a company called Beams has teamed up with Crocs to make a special edition with miniature little fanny packs attached to the heel part of the Croc. They come in green and purple and cost 53 bones.
Tell you
What are you supposed to do?
Tell you what
I
I'm gonna
don't
do for your
know.
birthday.
Yeah.
Keep change in it, maybe?
No, it's for like if it's usually obviously for camping, you're gonna put your like fish tackle or something.
Yeah, fish tackle.
Man, you have no idea what you're talking about.
You're just talking at this point. Words. Words. You're
not contributing anything to the conversation.
Chair Girl was back at it again.
Oh, no.
So
Throwing chairs?
Marcella Zoya, a.k.a. Chair Girl, I guess that over the weekend she did like an Instagram live or something
was at a
like
friend's
that.
birthday
She was at a
party.
friend's birthday party.
Yeah.
And they're at a table and they look to me like they're loaded. And then at the beginning of the video, you'll hear somebody say, oh, the cocaine, that's the coke. Over here, the cocaine. And then she freaks out and grabs the phone and leaves the table. And then she starts reading comments and somebody makes a comment about balconies. And so this is what happens.
What's up? Oh, bring us the coke. The coke, the cocaine.
Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola.
Honey.
Yeah.
I love you.
We do not do that. That's some
It's honey. Okay.
Viva Brazil. I was going to try on my downtown kind of balcony, but I was scared. Do not throw chairs off balconies, guys.
Hold on, what? I don't understand anything.
No. So she's just reading comments and somebody made a comment about a balcony and then she said, do not throw chairs off balconies, which is interesting because this week her lawyer just asked for the charges to be dropped. And then she also posted on Instagram something that was called just simply apology. And this is what it read. Nobody was hurt. I was intoxicated. Stop harassing me. I thought Canadians were nice, but that's not true. And it's so effing cold. I'm out of here with Brazilian flag, Brazilian flag, Brazilian flag, Brazilian flag.
Worth noting, both have been deleted.
Right. But anyway, so her lawyer was talking about her woes in court, explaining that she'd been booted from her dental hygiene program and has lost many friends over the chair episode. So she's already suffered enough.
Oh, but now she got all those friends with all that cocaine, right?
Exactly. Last year, or 2 years ago around Emmy time, is when Marvelous Mrs. Maisel started winning all those awards. And I was like, what the hell's Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
Yeah.
And then you go and find it because it's on Amazon. It's already not easy. And then I watched it and I loved it. And I was like, God, how did I miss one whole season of the show? And then I caught up.
Yeah.
And the other night, I was sitting around. I'm like, God, I just need a new show. Like, I need something. And then I was like, I wonder if there's another one of those that like wins a whole bunch of awards that I just never heard of because maybe I don't know how to find it because it's not that easy. It's not on your regular sort of services. And so we started watching Killing Eve.
It's so funny you
the
mentioned
Sandra Oh
that.
show.
My wife, Jenna, just said last night, I want to start watching Killing Eve.
Dude, if this isn't like the best show I've seen in a really long time, I don't know what it is.
I don't even know what it's about.
And keep in mind, like I'm
good with that.
4 episodes into season 1, but I'm telling you how I missed the boat on Killing Eve.
How many seasons?
They're a little bit through season 2 right now.
Oh, okay.
It is like if you're at that point right now where you're looking for a new show,
which we are,
that is cool and it's so well written. And Sandra Oh is like, I can't say enough. Like her winning all these awards and getting the praise that she's getting for this show.
Yeah.
It is so warranted. Like it is without question. Like without question, how fantastic she is in this show.
Okay.
It is
Killing Eve.
Killing Eve. It's a British crime drama.
Yeah.
With Sandra Oh.
Okay.
Like it's so I can't say enough about this show, man.
All right.
If you haven't got on it yet, get on it and then give us a call and we can talk about the first couple episodes because that's only as far as I got.
We were just having the conversation in our house last night.
I'm telling you, it's so good. So according to 2 stories I read, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong more, but Instagram is getting rid of the total likes option on its platform in Canada as a test run.
So what ended up? Yeah, so it leaked, I guess, a photo of them testing out the
algorithm?
the app, the algorithm where you won't see the amount of likes.
So Facebook and Instagram. So Facebook Inc.'s Instagram is considering removing the number of likes on posts, a move that mirrors efforts by social media companies like Twitter to make their platforms healthier places for their users. Quote, Later this week, we're running a test in Canada that removes the total number of likes on photos and videos. This is what they said. We are testing this because we want your followers to focus on the photos and videos you share, not how many likes they get.
And what is the point?
So will it just say liked by and
I guess so,
maybe
yeah.
a couple of names
Yes.
and not give you the
right
liked by so-and-so and 5,000 others.
But that's a count. This is going to be where you won't see the number.
Yeah.
But that doesn't. But what's the point then? How are you going to know if you're a good influencer? How are you going to know if your photo is good or not?
Well, that's
like
what
we
they're-
live for likes.
That's what they're trying to get rid of, because that like that you get more, and we've talked about this before, for kids it's very dangerous. It's a dopamine hit, and it's an addiction. You get that hit, man.
They're going to lose
and
losers.
Kids
Users.
shouldn't have access to this.
People are going to not want to use it anymore if they can't get 500 likes.
All right. Well, there you go. Fox News Empire, but not Jussie Smollett. But
Oh, really? I wonder why.
But they did extend his contract.
For what?
So he's still employed by the show, but he's not coming back to the show. I think what they're doing
Is it a non-compete?
No. He's got too much heat on him, right? They don't know what's going to happen with the civil case. They don't know what's going to happen with the federal case. So what they did was they didn't fire him because then he can sue.
Sure.
So they extended his contract, but they just told,
we got no scenes for you right now.
right. Yeah, you're not going to be in the show, but we're keeping our option for you. Game of Thrones, the big complaint was that it was too dark on Sunday.
Yeah.
And the cinematographer is defending his episode and actually putting the blame on you, you idiot.
Who?
All of us.
The viewer.
Yes.
Saying what? Like it was on purpose, right?
So Fabian Wagner stands by the choices he made in the episode. Wagner said, Thrones has always been very dark and very cinematic. We tried to give the viewers and fans a cool episode to watch. I know it wasn't too dark because I shot it.
You idiots.
He goes on to say, a lot of the problem is that a lot of people don't know how to tune their TVs properly.
Oh, in your face, losers.
A lot of people
blame it on the TV.
Well, a lot of people, unfortunately, watch it on small iPads, which in no way can do justice to a show like that anyway.
Dude, I was at home watching. I had to turn all my lights off to see it.
What he doesn't understand is, first of all, when a show starts, I'm not going to sit there and start fudging with my TV, my settings.
Ain't nobody calling
Right?
up Geek Squad. Be
Yeah.
like, oh, I need this class.
Like, who does that?
This calibration real quick.
Who does that? Who recalibrates based on the show? Like, these people are animals. But also, it's the stupid compression, right? So you watch it through an app, or you watch it through a streaming service like HBO Go if you're in the States, or whatever when you're up here, and it's compressed to hell. Like, you can't. It's not true picture.
Yeah, you're not
And
watching like the raw footage.
No, it's all pixelated. Like, the people who broadcast this stuff.
It's being downgraded.
Yes.
Like at least 3-4 times before it gets to your eyes.
It's terrible. Anyway, so if you had a problem with Game of Thrones being too dark, that's your own damn fault, according to the cinematographer.
Yeah, you Nimrods.
Robert Downey Jr. is set to make at least $75 million for Endgame.
Wow.
Because Robert Downey Jr. gets points off the back. And he made $75 million for Infinity War. So they're saying that he'll make more than $75 million when it's all said and done.
Now, is this
for Endgame?
Strictly for in theater run of the movie, or is this like forever?
I don't
includes movie sales, includes digital sales, includes
who knows? I don't know what is
merchandise and marketing.
I don't know what where that $75 million comes from. I don't know what his deal is.
Like, I know Marvel did like
$75 million is a lot of money.
I know Marvel did like a collab with Adidas where they released like Avengers inspired sneakers.
Right.
And
no, he wouldn't make money off
would
that.
he make
No,
money off the Iron Man version?
No, because he doesn't own Iron Man.
Okay.
Like, when you
owns
get
Iron Man.
$75 million and you put that in the bank, do you actually see on your bank statement that total? Like, do
Yeah, you just take
see that?
You have to take your phone and turn it portrait mode.
Yeah.
Column zero.
Can you imagine?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Cardi B goes on a wild rant last night backstage at the Billboard Music Awards. So I guess what happened is there's a photo going around online that some people are saying is a lower half nude of Cardi. And Cardi's like not denying it, but she's not denying what she's denying is that it's the thing that people say that it is. So Cardi's backstage at the Billboard Music Awards, looks to be just almost completely naked, and she's got she's standing there with one foot up on the coffee table, filming herself in a mirror. And this is what
anybody else around her?
I don't know. Who knows? But this is Cardi B.
Y'all going around showing this picture. Now y'all photoshopping it even more. Like, oh, Cardi. First of all, that ain't my right here. This is where I birthed my daughter from. This right here, the part that shows, you know, when I go like this, that's just my. You know when you got a fat that gets fat right there. This part right here, this is the part that gives the comfort. You know what I'm saying? This is the part that, like, when you out,
wow,
that's what feel. That's my. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to look at my so bad. Y'all should have went see me when I was stripping. I was promoting myself. Like, come see me. Now, too bad.
Right, she's so ratchet, right? Like,
oh my God,
she is like
straight hood. You are never changing, Cardi B.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Drake breaks Taylor Swift's record at the Billboard Music Awards last night. He won 12 awards, making his career total to 27. Taylor Swift's 23 at picking up the big award of the night. Top artist Drake thanked his moms.
I want to thank my mom for, you know, all the times you drove me to piano when I didn't want to take piano, all the times you drove me to basketball and hockey. That clearly didn't work out. You know, all the times you drove me to Degrassi.
Shout out to Grassy.
And here's to hoping that the Drake curse is a myth, because during one of his many speeches last night, he ended it by throwing some praise behind Arya Stark on Game of Thrones.
And hey, shout out to Arya Stark for putting in that work last week. Hey.
All right, so I'm telling you, man, if Arya dies next week, I'm never listening to Drake ever again.
That Drake curse.
Now that I know he's a fan of Arya Stark, now I'm worried that the poor girl's going to bite it next week. I swear to God, Drake, if Arya dies next week on this show, serious things are going to happen, man. Okay. Like serious things are going to happen.
Now you throwing threats out at Drizzy?
Yeah.
Listen, you don't want to do that.
Serious things are going to happen.
You know, he had his goons show up at the Pusha T show to throw water at him.
I know. Drake's going to be like the girl from The Ring. Like, I start hating on Drake. Next thing I know, Drake's posing with a picture with my face on his shirt. I'm next.
You get a phone call. You're going to die in 7 days.
Oh, don't let me be next.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
Ask Roz and Mocha. This is how we end every single podcast. It is an exclusive to the podcast. You will not find this segment on the live show that we have weekly. So what we do is we take all of your questions from Instagram at Kiss925, and we'll answer as many as we can. And every week we're going to invite one or sometimes two of you to join us on the podcast to ask your question. As we say hello right now to Jun. What's going on, man?
Hi, Roz and Mocha. How's it going?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be on your podcast.
Well, thank you. Thank you for listening, and thank you for submitting your question. What is it you want to ask?
So to give you some backstory, I have the most wonderful wife. I love her a lot. I don't know if you remember, but you had actually answered a question on the podcast before where I asked a question on behalf of my wife about what kind of white guy Roz was.
Oh yeah, like if he had like an Irish heritage or Scottish or English or just something.
Yeah, she's the one that thought that Roz was like half Spanish or something. So when I told my wife that Roz said that he was a white trash American, she looked at me and she said that I was making fun of him again.
Oh no.
So she didn't believe my answer. She thought I was a liar. So, well, I don't know, but that's the thing. But
did you play the part of the podcast where Roz like just says he's just like straight up white Canadian?
Yeah, that's what I exactly said it word for word when Roz said he was like white trash Canadian or something like that.
No, I'm half. I'm straight up white trash, and I'm just all like I'm a perfect Canadian American mix, basically.
Oh, see, now that's what I told her, and she thought I was lying. So,
there you go.
Oh, no. But anyway,
so what's your question? How to get your wife back? Has she left you?
No, she didn't leave me. No, not after that. No. So recently, she just had a sudden it's about a year ago that she lost her father to a sudden heart attack.
Yeah.
And throughout the year, sometimes she goes into these mourning stages and she gets triggered by different things and she turns into this completely different person, which is completely normal, I would think. So my question is, as a husband, do you have any tips on how I can better support her through this process instead of just saying the normal platitudes that we say, such as, it'll be fine, it'll be there. I don't want to fix it. I don't want to have any answers. Do you guys have any tips on how to help her go through this?
You just want to be that support system and show her that you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without being in her face about it.
I'll say this as somebody who, my dad died, and I had people in my life who were really close to me at the time. And I think that the one thing that you need to know, and you don't have to necessarily articulate this, but it's something that I learned, which is having a parent die is a really horrific exclusive club that she now belongs to. And anybody who doesn't belong to that club can never understand what it's like to be part of that club. So the first thing that you should do is to realize that you will never fully understand what she's going through, okay? But with everything else in life, when there is, great loss, the reality is that it never gets better, but it does get easier. Okay. And as long as you're coming at this from sort of that standpoint and understanding, you can be there for her. And I think that as somebody who is a support system, we're only a year now since her dad died, being able to judge the room is going to be your most important job, because you know your wife better than most people, anybody. And when she needs you there, you'll know. When she needs you to sit and shut up, she'll know. When she needs to be left alone, you'll know. And there's nothing wrong with when she's not in those moments, okay, of just sort of great grief and reliving things. It's cool to have a conversation with her about how she wants to deal with grief and these sort of spells at different times. Because the confusing part can also be the part that leads to distance between the two of you. So if you don't know how to act, like if she's in a moment, right, and she doesn't want you around, don't be around, right? If she's in a moment and she actually needs you there to just hug her, then be there for her. But you can have these conversations with her when she's not in one of those moments about your role in all of this. Just say, hey, listen, I will take your lead on all of this. I love you with everything. But in moments like this, does it help if I give you attention? Does it help if I try and talk you through this? Explain to me what you need from me so I can help you through this. And if your role at times is to do nothing, then that's what you do. And I'll just say that, with dealing with having somebody in your life who lost a parent, the one thing you can't do is say anything that is going to in any way be taken as minimizing what they're going through. And that can sometimes happen inadvertently.
Yeah.
Right? And you just have to really watch those words. But I think that you can have a conversation with her and talk about the grief that she's going through. And oftentimes people deal with it differently. Sometimes they don't want to talk about the person that died. Like when my dad died, the one thing that my brother and I would do is, even within the year sort of thing, one thing that we would do is we would do the things that he loved, right? Like my dad, before he died, loved Gran Turismo and PlayStation.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, and he was so proud of the stupid car that he built and everything else.
Yeah.
And so what my brother and I had is we had his PlayStation card, and every now and then we would just sit and play my dad's car on.
Oh man, that's real nice.
On PlayStation, right? And it was like kind of cool. And we would do the things that he loved, like we would, we would, like, anytime we ate his favorite food, we would always reference the fact that it was his favorite food, right? So we didn't sort of forget about those things. We embraced all those things,
And, you know, when she's going through this, you need to just pick up on how she wants to remember and how she wants to deal with grief. And the time to have these conversations is not when she's in the middle of it, right?
Yeah.
The time to have these conversations are when you guys are both in a really good situation and you can sit and have a very sort of open and trusting and honest conversation about your role in all of this, because you have a very special role in all of this. You just need to know what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because sometimes I feel guilty that, like, I feel helpless. Like, I can't,
of course,
do anything.
Yeah.
And even though, and I don't want to force myself to do anything because I know that there's that room to, like, screw up massively.
You don't want to say or do the wrong thing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, exactly.
But defining your role and figuring out those boundaries is really important. I remember when Catherine was pregnant, she had terrible morning sickness, and when it started, it was horrific. Like, she sounds like she's being murdered in the bathroom when she throws up. Like, she's a violent puker, right? And in a moment where she wasn't throwing up early on in the morning sickness, I was like, okay, what do you need from me? Because I'm sitting here listening to this and I don't know what you need. Do you need me to go into the bathroom and hold your hair and rub your back? Do you need me to run down and run you a bath? Do you need me to do this stuff? And Catherine's line was, when this happens, when I'm in there violently throwing up, I need you to pretend nothing is happening.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, okay. And I sat on the couch and she would run into the bathroom and it sounded like she was being murdered, but I did not go in. I didn't say, hey, babe, you okay? I didn't go in, rub her back. I didn't get her a glass of water when she was done. I didn't do any of that because she asked me to just pretend like nothing was happening. And then when it was over, she would come back on the couch and we would carry on like nothing just happened.
Right.
Because that's the role she wanted me to play in all of that. And you can have those conversations.
You know, everything, I literally have nothing to add because everything that Roz said was just beyond perfect. So I think that maybe in a moment when your wife isn't feeling down and out, you do have that conversation to see what she feels your, you know, quote unquote role would be the next time she gets into that situation.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I've been a fan of the show for 9 years, and right now I'm on episode 40 of the podcast, my second time around.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
That's crazy.
Jun, we appreciate the support. We appreciate you. All the best to your family and much love to your wife as well.
No problem. Thanks a lot, guys.
Right on,
Take
dude.
care.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Can I just tell you, I am
Yeah.
so mad at this next question from Adil.
Okay.
So I haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, right?
Okay.
I plan on it soon,
Yes.
within the next couple of days. But what Adil wrote here is potentially, I don't know if it is, I'm just making assumptions, a spoiler, because I had read during opening weekend spoilers on accounts on Instagram that had nothing to do with Marvel, nothing to do with the Avengers. They were just like random accounts that I followed that people were just going in and making comments and spoiling certain things in the movie for me.
Okay.
So Adil wrote, with Avengers Endgame in theaters, my question is, if you were reborn in a new life, would you rather be alive in the past or future? So now, right there, if you were reborn in a new life, like what the hell, man? Is that something that's part of the movie that I haven't seen yet?
No.
And I know it's not my...
No.
I know it's my fault for not seeing the movie opening weekend.
Right.
But like, what the hell, man?
Okay, well, no. There's assumptions that a smart Marvel fan can make about Endgame, okay? Which is Infinity War ended with Thanos snapping his finger and wiping out half the population.
Yes.
Including Spider-Man and a whole bunch of other people.
Ant-Man.
Anybody who walked out of that theater or finished the movie that knows anything about Infinity Stones knows that what's the only way that you can fix this?
Time Stone.
Thank you. Okay, so you already know, so it's not a spoiler, right? Nothing is a spoiler. What he said right now is not really, it's not a spoiler at all. It's not a spoiler. You already know in your head some of the mechanics of this. I'm telling you, I could sit here for an hour before I could actually spoil everything because it is just such a detailed movie.
Man,
okay, so what's the question?
No, shut up. We're moving on.
Okay.
I hate you, Adil. Thank you for your question, though. All right, B writes this. If a hitman was coming to kill you.
Oh, Jesus.
And you had one fictional character to save you, who would you choose?
Maury?
Batman.
Why Batman?
Because he's never lost when he saves somebody. Every time he saves that girl that works for the newspaper, She's never died.
Okay, let's
What?
put
Who?
let's put
Girl from the
parameters on this.
newspaper. Are you thinking about Spider-Man and or Superman?
No, Batman. Vicky Vale.
Who?
Vicky Vale.
Who the hell's Vicky Vale?
Isn't her name Vicky Vale?
That was like from Michael Keaton.
from
Batman
the Tim
1
Burton movie?
That was
Yeah.
like, Vicky Vale's not
that's
like
not a real character.
Yeah, dude.
Well, it says fictional, so yeah.
No. Okay, let's recast this question. No superheroes.
Oh, wow. My answer was going to be Superman.
Well, then what kind? When you say fictional, the only answer is superhero.
No, fictional character.
Like Sherlock Holmes?
Not a superhero with powers.
I got it.
Yeah.
The Ethan, whatever his name is from Mission Impossible.
Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah, Tom
Okay.
Cruise as Ethan Hunt
Yes.
from Mission Impossible.
Okay, Maury.
He would be the guy.
Sherlock Holmes?
Sherlock Holmes.
Wait,
what is
wasn't
he gonna
Sherlock
do?
Holmes an idiot and Watson was the one?
No, he could solve your murder, Maury, but I don't know if he's going to save your life.
And Watson was the smarter of the two.
No, that's like in one version of it. Sherlock Holmes wasn't an idiot. Sherlock Holmes was brilliant. If a hitman was coming to kill you and you had one fictional character to save you, who would you choose?
And we're not saying superheroes.
And we're not saying
And we're not
superheroes.
saying that-
Mocha's is great. Mocha's was great.
Yeah, Ethan Hunt
Yeah.
from Mission Impossible.
I'm going to say John McClane from Die Hard.
Oh, good one.
Oh, what
Yeah.
about the one that Matt Damon played?
B. Arthur.
No, that's
Oh.
gold. No, the one Matt Damon played.
Oh, Bourne.
Yeah,
there you
Bourne's
go.
the Bourne guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good one.
So not Sherlock Holmes.
No, either that or Angelina Jolie in Salt was pretty good. Also,
Is that when she curved the bullet?
yeah. Was it? Is that when she curved the bullet? I think so. Yeah. Also,
Kill you from around the
What about
corner.
Bill from Kill Bill?
Bill.
Bill
I
dies.
don't want Bill. Do you mean the bride from Kill Bill?
Yeah, the bride.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bride. Oh,
Uma
Uma Thurman
Thurman
would be
Uma-
great too.
yeah.
Also, I really liked Charlize Theron did a movie called Atomic Blonde.
Okay.
And she was like this hitman kind of thing. It was great. I didn't think the movie did well at all. I don't even think people really liked the movie, but she's super badass in that. So either John McClane or Charlize Theron from Atomic Blonde, because then maybe we would have like an embrace at the end of it. I could
Thank
deal
you
with
for
that.
saving my life, Charlize.
What about Bruce Willis from the Glass movie? He saves everyone.
Superhero.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
superhero,
thought that was the
man.
whole argument. Is he or isn't
No,
he?
of course he is. Superhero.
Oh.
It's a superhero movie.
Who did you pick, Maury?
Not Sherlock Holmes. I picked Bourne.
Bourne.
Oh, Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
You picked Goodwill Hunting to save you, bro?
Matt Damon.
All right, next.
What word can you never remember how to spell? This is Christy. I can never remember how to spell the most embarrassing word to misspell, which is I continuously have to correct the way I try and spell genius.
Genius.
Yeah, and there's nothing makes you feel more dumb than misspelling genius.
Genius.
Is it?
No.
I have to look it up right now because I don't even know. Genius.
The words I always have to kind of say
Yeah,
the
you got it
rhyme.
right. I always put an O in genius. Genious. Is how- yeah, genius.
Genius?
Yeah, genius.
I always have
Like
to do
luscious.
the I before E except after C.
Yeah.
Anytime I like writing out receipt or receive or anything like that. That I always have to use that childish
Yep.
I before E except after C quote
Yep.
to remember. How about you, Maury? Basically everything.
Yeah, but especially beautiful.
How do you spell beautiful?
B-E-O-B.
Excuse me? Bo? Spell beautiful.
B-E-O? Beautiful. You look so beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, go ahead,
Go
try
ahead,
again.
more. Beautiful.
B-U.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
B-U-T.
Excuse me.
Hold on. Okay, I'm going to spell it out. So without any interruptions, okay? You say the word or
Yeah.
you start spelling and I'm going to write it down.
Okay, go ahead.
B-U-T-I-F-U-F-U-L-L.
Butterful. Okay, next.
Yeah. Try again.
B-U-T-I-F-U-L-L.
That's the exact same way you spelled it before.
I just wrote the same word twice. Thanks. Next.
B-E-U-T-I-F-U-L-L.
Yeah,
There you
you're
go.
right. Perfect.
How did you spell it?
Beutiufull.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
exactly.
Done.
Yeah, perfect. Ding.
Beautiful. Christy asks this question. What is something that if you dropped it in the toilet, you would actually go in
Hold on,
after
is that the
it?
same Christy asking two nonsense questions back to back?
Yep. Probably.
Listen, Christy.
I would say my wedding ring and or my cell phone.
Oh, wedding ring, cell phone, keys.
I guess.
You
sure.
need your keys.
Keys is a pain in the ass to lose your keys.
Oh, and wallet? Like, because you need your bank card
Yeah.
and driver's license?
Listen, man, I would go in and get just about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it was like a candy.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't get a candy, but if any...
Yeah, you're not fishing in a toilet bowl for like a Jolly Rancher.
No.
I think anything that goes in your mouth that falls in the toilet, you're leaving it.
Right. Years ago, I did a massive canoe trip one year to Killarney, which is a national park. And it was like 6 or 7 days or something like that. It was huge. And one of the teachers that was on this trip with us had to have everybody's health cards with them.
Yeah.
And so when you got there, you gave your health card to the main teacher. He locked it up, everything else. So one teacher was in charge of everybody's health cards in case something happened, which is amazing because something actually did happen. So he was walking to the campsite from where one of these little areas that we stopped in had an outhouse.
Okay.
And he was walking to the campsite and it was just a horrific look on his face and he was soaking wet.
Yeah.
Like soaking wet. He had like come up from the lake where the outhouse was. And we were like, what the hell happened to you? And he had his wallet and inside his wallet were the 15 health cards of all the kids that were on this trip.
Yeah.
And he went to the outhouse, which is in the middle of nowhere. And as he pulled down his pants, his wallet fell out of the back pocket and went into the outhouse.
Oh my God.
Right? And he had to go get it.
Oh, so gross.
Like he had to go get it.
That is disgusting.
And when and listen, when I say that he had to go in and get it, I don't mean like an arm.
What do you mean?
Like he had to go in.
Like climb in?
And get it.
That is
Why couldn't he reach down? Was it because it was like
it hit bottom.
Oh.
And
gross.
unfortunately,
Like in the blue water.
Unfortunately, everything else, so the wallet sunk,
Yeah.
but everything else that goes in there floats. So the wallet is between
everything. Oh, that is so gross.
And so he finished that. He finished that and then just jumped in the lake
Well, yeah.
to clean up.
Oh, he must have felt like so disgusting in that moment.
Yeah.
Was he like, don't
Oh.
talk to me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you couldn't. It was terrible. So anyway, yeah, my wallet. Tixiana Ferrari writes, how would you feel if like 20 years from now, Cruz and Roxy start dating?
Cruz, my son, Roxy, your daughter.
Correctamundo.
You know what?
I'd be fine with that.
I would be totally cool with it. And here's why. Because then that would mean every, couple of months, certain like family kind of gatherings, you and I would get to hang out and it would drive Maury nuts.
Right. Old Maury.
Yeah. Old Maury would be so upset.
Hold on. If 60-year-old Maury is still upset that you and I hang out, then 60-year-old Maury needs to go back to therapy. But okay, so let's change the question here. How would you feel if 20 years from now, Cruz and Roxy started dating? How would you feel, Mocha, if 20 years from now, Roxy dumped Cruz?
Oh, man.
Right? Because it's not going to be happy. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
No,
maybe they are. Maybe they are happy. Who knows?
Yeah.
But like young love is young love. Actually, Roxy
sure.
would be almost 30.
Yeah. Good for you, girl.
Right?
There's a 7-year difference between the two.
Yeah, true. True. Max writes, what celebrity are each of you closest with?
Oh, boy. I don't know if I'm necessarily close with any celebrities.
Maury?
I mean, I chat with Devin Sawa.
Right.
Stan from the Eminem Stan music video.
Right.
And also, what else was he in?
Sean,
he was
and
in Idle Hands, right?
And I mean, we chat, Matthew and I chat with Sean Desmond
right.
from time to time.
But like regularly? I don't know any celebrities.
I mean, I've
like,
never been to like their homes. I used to be friends with Michael Lohan quite closely.
Wow, that's Jesus.
You know Jason Priestley, don't you?
I know Jason Priestley. Yeah, I'll talk to Jason Priestley.
Oh.
Jonathan Scott.
There you go.
Jonathan Scott slept over before.
Yeah.
Yeah. one of the Property Brothers. They're billionaires and are huge. So I guess, Jonathan Scott, I'm probably, as far as like who's the biggest person that I could say, hey, do you want to grab dinner? And they would say yes. So yeah, Jonathan Scott.
I don't know anybody on that level.
Yeah, I think Jonathan. I've known Jonathan for years. So yeah, I think that.
I mean, every now and then I'll email Lil Jon.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you'll get.
But that's about it. But like anytime he's anywhere, like if I go to Vegas and he's performing in Vegas, it's not like I could email him and be like, you want to grab a drink?
Right.
Or when he comes to Toronto like 3 times every summer to do a gig, I can't call him up or email him and say, hey, do you want to come over to my place for a drink?
Yeah.
I was sort of friends with Anthony for like a week.
No, you weren't. You were never friends with Anthony for a week. You tortured him over DM. Anthony from Queer Eye, by the way.
And then he unfollowed you.
Oh, here, this one from Nadia. Nadia writes this. Would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions or tattoos that appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday?
I know Maury's going to pick the skin color changing.
Sure.
I'm trying to picture what the tattoos would be.
It would just be you sitting in front of the computer making sure the front door's locked.
That's a very elaborate tattoo.
Private browsing open.
Exactly, yeah.
Some skin color would change based on your mood, your emotions.
Yeah. So let's say like if you're
sad, you become a black man?
No, blue.
What?
Let's say blue.
Because if you look at the mood rings, if you were angry or sad, it would turn black.
Yes, that's right. No, but don't think actual skin color. Like think color. Like you would turn blue and yes, black, but like it would be like black, like the frame of a television.
So like that movie where they had the different emotions, like there was sad and angry was red.
That's a great movie, Inside Out.
Yeah.
That one. And then because Maury would be great with that because can't tell you the amount of times in a week we're like, hey, Maury, what's wrong with you? And he goes, nothing. But I would like to know what the color represented. Like if Maury was a walking mood ring.
Oh, he'd be walking sadness.
Yeah, we wouldn't even have to just ask you. We could just know.
You would be sadness from inside out for sure.
Maury's red again.
Yeah. Tattoos that depicted what you did yesterday.
See, mine would be like super boring. It would be driving home.
Yeah, I know.
Eating lunch.
Yeah.
Hanging out with my kid. Watching TV and then like going to bed at a decent hour.
Would your body
be sensible, right?
Right? Yeah.
Would your body erase the tattoos the next day, or would you?
Yeah, it would start all over. No,
yeah,
just
but
start
for you,
all
your
over.
routine is the same.
So Roz's would just be constant pictures of cans of cider.
Yeah, that's it. Everything that I drink.
And yours would just be constant.
Whoa.
True, though. Cher 1983 writes, how do you guys stay so down to earth and sexy AF? Sending love from Victoria, BC.
Thank you. Shout out to Victoria, BC.
Whatever.
Well, let me answer that one.
She wasn't talking about you more. We all know that.
Next.
No, come on. How do you stay sexy AF, Maury?
I go to boot camp every week.
No, you don't. You go to the gym.
You go to the gym every week.
Yeah.
And I do 3 masks a week.
Maury said
yogurt masks.
Maury said in a text yesterday that one of us commented on how he looked. And he said that, that's what a year of boot camp does. And I was just like, man, if you did a year of boot camp, you would be deployed serving your country right now.
For sure.
You go to the gym.
Yeah.
Anyway. A gym where they tell you to take your shirt off when you walk in the door.
Leah Kershaw, what was your favorite childhood toy?
Oh, yes.
Okay, go for it then.
Lego and pound puppies.
You're one of the boys that played with pound puppies?
Yeah. I used to and Lego, I would build grocery stores.
That's
let's
right.
see.
You used to build really sensible things with Lego. It's so weird.
It would have to be my wrestling dolls, action figures. My wrestling action figures.
They were dolls. They were called
action
wrestling
figures.
dolls. They weren't action figures because they didn't move.
Well, you could make them move. So I would say those.
Did you ever play with them? Like, would they talk to each other? Move
Yeah,
around?
they'd fight.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like my pound puppy would play with my gremlin doll.
Okay, question. What was my favorite toy? I was really into music very young. So like I started playing guitar real young.
Yeah.
But I like the wrestlers too.
Well, when you were a kid, what was it? Like stick and ball?
Yeah, stick and ball. Thanks, more. Yeah, we used to play stick ball.
Yeah.
With a rubber ball and a broomstick. Run from the car to the hydrant.
Because you live in 1920s New York.
Yeah. No, I like the Commodore 64 for video games.
Oh, yeah.
Did you play the video game where it was like the horse and buggy, and you had to like went along, and you had to like feed the horse and capture the water, and the little girl was stressed, and
No.
Do you know the one I'm talking about?
What the hell is that? What game is that?
Oh God, you know the one I'm talking about,
I
right?
have no idea. It sounds like a game that a guy who collected pound puppies would go and play. Yeah, toys were really interesting back then because we always had a ton of them, but I liked my Star Wars action figures are real great too.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I was never super into Lego. Lego was my brother's thing, and then I just got into like drawing and music, and I really just like that. But no, the wrestling dolls I was obsessed with for a great number of years because I was just so obsessed with wrestling, and the wrestlers were great, and it was so much fun and such an imagination. And I used to make these really elaborate sets for the wrestlers, and I didn't like the ring that you could buy at the store, so I made my own with like actual turnbuckles that were full of foam. And,
the turnbuckle, because I had that ring, and the turnbuckle was plastic.
Yeah, no.
And the ring ropes.
And the ring was too small, so I made a bigger one, like an actual 2-scale ring.
I remember the ropes were like the elastic. If you stretched them too much, then they just stayed stretched out, which sucks.
Yeah.
This one.
What game is that? What's it called?
1985, The Oregon Trail.
No, I didn't want. No, I used to play. No.
I used to play like pole position.
Pole position and Bruce Lee. And summer and winter games.
You didn't play Oregon Trail?
No, Oregon Trail. Jeez,
it was available on DOS and CD-ROM.
No, I played Commodore 64, Maury.
Oh my God.
That's not a Commodore game.
All right, so every week on Instagram, you'll find us at Kiss925. We'll post a picture that simply reads Roz and Mocha. You get to ask a question. We'll try our very best to answer it on the following week's podcast. And of course, we'll try to get somebody on the phone with us to ask their question live. Don't forget, rate, review, share with your friends, wherever it is that you get the Roz and Mocha Show podcast from. We appreciate it, and we will catch you on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat. Catch the guys live weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
Kiss925.com
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.